I am the first one here at your stream. Hello. Doing good. Yes. How was your week? Good.
Hello everyone. How we doing on this quite lovely sunny Saturday afternoon? Doing good? Whew.
Howdy, howdy. Doing good.
Yeah, good to hear. See you, man. Good to see you joining. Let's get to... Hey, how you doing, guys?
It is a good day.
Yes, very nice day. Well, welcome to another Saturday chill stream. Sit back and relax and just chill out with some vids. I definitely need a little chill time. I went to the dentist yesterday, and I had 2 of my wisdom teeth on my right side pulled.
Josh Dub's video.
What about it? It was funny, yeah. Went on very long, though, but, you know, I did pick the 3-hour one. But anyways, yeah, I'm recovering from that dental surgery, and, after I'm healed up, I'm gonna have to go again.
It was so funny.
Yes, it was. But yeah, after I'm all healed up and ready, I gotta go again to get the 2 on the left side pulled. So that's gonna be fun. But hey, you know, no more ooh, I can't talk. Jaw pain. I don't know why I can't say that word. No more jaw pain. Apparently, I had like impacted wisdom teeth or something. I just know something was up with them, and it was making one side of my face just killing me. But hopefully that won't happen no more, because they've been yanked out. Well, anyways, I am ready to jump into these videos if you guys are. I think, real quick, Giant AF has a new Mortal Kombat 10 custom AI intros, part 4. So let's get into that. Ow, cat, stop biting my foot. Marshmallow, cut it out. That hurts. Oh, cats. Okay. Get on with this. Why is this never centered right? I don't... Well, anyways. Oh, it's probably because this window is a little... Yeah, there we go. That's better. Had to adjust the actual browser window itself. Alright, are we ready to watch a new Giant video? Music. Pause. Thank you. Alright. Oh. How does my mic sound, guys?
Yes.
Is my mic okay? Because I remember last time y'all said it was kind of peaking. So I tried to turn it down a bit. Let me know if my mic sounds alright. But here we go. Giant AF Mortal Kombat 10 Custom AI Intros Part 4. Ow! Marshmallow, damn it! You bit my little toe. That hurt. I think Marshmallow has the zoomies, so she's trying to play with everything.
Were you also annihilated by Scorpion's rage?
Nah, it was Melina's gluttony that did me in.
Feels bad, man.
It feels bad, man.
Don't speak to me ever. I just said your dad's kinda hot. Stop it!
I love that. Isn't that like a... Yeah, that's a canon, or, you know, like, actual line from the actual game that, between Cassie and, Jackie. She said, your dad's kinda hot. I like that he did that for, Takeda. And,
Jackie told Cassie it.
yeah. I like that he did a version of, Kung Jin telling that to Takeda. I just said your dad's kind of hot. Stop it! Well, he is. Sorry. It's a fact.
You have been targeted for extermination.
And how can you trounce a Khan?
Bomb. Target neutralized.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
You're starting to annoy me.
Pharaoh ride you all night long.
Hey, yo.
Your words, child.
I'm door dashing Taco Bell. You want anything?
Yay.
Just try not to kill the driver this time, will ya?
I know that asshole drank my Baja Blast.
No.
So tired of dealing with your shit.
Oh. Hey.
Gentlemen, the Boner King expression. I hate you.
God, I hate you.
Thought I killed you.
Woke plot armor keeps me alive.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, Melina, you're part of it. Oh. I can literally taste the rainbow. Oh god, oh, I think I got sweat in my eyes are burning. Shit. Ah! I was gonna say, well, hey, you got woke plot armor too, Melina. So, you ain't got no room to talk.
Yet another
What
day
did
of
she
begging
say?
the Khan to make children.
You didn't hear? The Khan's fucking dead.
Well, there goes my afternoon plans.
How many times can you come back without it being weird?
I don't know, 9? Maybe I'm a cat.
I thought you weren't in pussy.
That was a good one.
Lord Shinnok,
Nice.
stop making jokes at his expense.
No.
What? The last thing I want to do is offend the Boner King.
Stop it, just.
What will Outworld do without a Khan?
Perhaps I should fulfill the role.
I like that outfit.
You mean nah?
The fuck you mean, nah?
Ordering Taco Bell? Can you get me something? I ain't trying to go broke today, Borracho.
Oh, damn.
Why must you all be so mean? Got me an offer you can't refuse.
Even I know better than to trust a black.
Well, that there's just plain racist.
I was gonna say that sounded...
Lapis, turquoise. I have all the crystals.
Which crystal would you say is your favorite?
Crystal meth.
Oh!
Can you
Oh, well then.
figure out this DoorDash?
First of all, why do you have a $400 order?
God almighty.
To help or to judge?
You hit to help or to judge.
Humbly requests you to revive Kotal Khan.
Tell you what, if you can kill Johnny Cage, I'll gladly revive Kotal.
No!
That's it. Consider it done.
You lay off him, you creepy bug bitch.
Lord Raiden?
No, I just bought another one.
Nobody can fucking budget anymore. Jesus.
Oh, that was it. Said nobody can budget anymore. Jesus. Okay, it was kind of short, but it was good.
No, our boy.
Alright. Okay, so now I want to get into some... catch up on these meme sheep videos. I had another meme channel I wanted to check out, ready to go, but then when I clicked on it... Oh, hey! Hang on, I need to read that. Lofi 247, is that how you say it? Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the pod, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. All right. But yeah, I had another meme channel I wanted to check out, but when I went to get it ready, it got terminated. It's no longer there, and I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. They look like a good channel. Oh well, so we'll just catch up on some meme sheet. So here we go. Is that a frog? Oh! Ooh. I can't take him anywhere. What the? What? What? What the what the hell? Bro, what are you doing? Are you asleep? Is he asleep? I think he's asleep. Excuse me? He just shut the door on him. I also love the way he was screaming. Ah! Ah! Oh! Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. What the? doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
What the? That dude looked like Captain Price. Don't he though?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like
Looks like
the MK4 ending.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh? Damn, okay, kill it. Oh no. Oh, he got stuck.
Maybe I'm tweaking, bro. Maybe I'm tweaking, bro. Tell me this shit don't look like LeBron James, bro.
It kinda does. God, I love warp memes. I love warp memes.
Excuse me, I'm on the phone.
Real. I felt that way. Did he just fart on him? Oh. Okay. That's me if somebody tries to give me a... That is definitely me if somebody tries to give me one of those sausage patties. Little sausage biscuits. I only like Link sausage. I don't like sausage patty. So if you give me one of those, that's what I'm gonna do. Man, what the fuck? Ain't nobody want this shit! And just throw it.
Wash it before you eat it. Wash it. Yeah, you gotta wash it. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got my hot chocolate. I got my morning blazer. Let's go to church. Have a good day.
Well, you know who you are.
Oh, was that the cops outside their house?
You know who you are. Do you? You're an evil rapist. You know me well. Takes one to know one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! He's a magic man! What the? Oh no!
What is this? Or I'm gonna tell them. This is my cat. You're not gonna do this to me. He likes me more. No, don't. He has to grow up to like me, not you. All right. No.
No!
Your money up. I mean your money up, not your funny up.
This is a massive.
And that is why we don't flash our cash out in public.
Caesar salad with grilled chicken. I want a Caesar.
Lulu the cat.
I want a Caesar salad with grilled chicken.
Never been so dead in my life. What happened? Don't bite me. She not home yet. What? Oh, I think the other one said mama. He said, don't bite me. And I think the little one said, mama. He said, she ain't home yet. That wizard is gangsta. Oh, wait. Okay, that took me a second. I see what they did. They took everything. And they took every part of the bike except what was strapped down. Damn.
You just got kicked out of church for saying fuck the devil. What the fuck? I thought we ended that motherfucker.
Right?
And your favorite, the green beans and the corn, everything.
You okay, Marshmallow?
Yeah, you're welcome.
You didn't get me mad?
No, I didn't get you mad. I'm a nurse. I can't get you mad. No! That's it.
You looking at yourself right in the mirror?
Can we see more?
I've got a lot of them, so that would take some time. That little kid said, shut the fuck up! I gotta see that again. I go.
Looking at yourself crying in the mirror?
Ha ha.
Shut the fuck up!
Citation is fine shits. Would you like a YN like me?
coming! Oh! Why would he do Floyd Mayweather like, oh my god, you're asking. You are cruising for a bruising. Why would you do that?
Hey guys, it's really hot outside. I need some air. I need air, yeah.
Not in the no square.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck threw that motherfucker?
Oh!
Goddamn Adidas.
What?
This one too. Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
First of all, what the hell's wrong with you throwing shit like that? That's like that time, That's like that time, this was a long time ago, because this is when Justin Bieber was still Baby Bieber.
Oh, it's memes.
Yeah, something wrong with memes? But yeah, this was back on, Baby Bieber days, but it was just some clip of him.
What's good, buddy? My deepest apologies for coming late.
Ah, don't worry about it. It's all good. You're here now. You didn't miss too much. Though we did watch that new Odd Giant video, but guess you'll have to watch the VOD. Nah, it's all good though. But yeah, it was a clip of him on stage.
Oh, thank goodness.
It was a clip of him on stage.
Verse MKX.
Yeah. But Baby Bieber's on stage and he's talking, and all of a sudden a water bottle comes flying and hits him, and he's like, "Ow! Okay, I don't know why she threw that." That's exactly. It's like, why? What is wrong with people? And this guy had a damn shoe thrown at him. What is wrong with people? Why are you throwing stuff like that? You gonna hurt him. You gonna hurt people. Damn. Anyway, I gotta see that again because that was just.
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
Busted ass goddamn Adidas.
Chicken, but your mum's in a fucking house and that.
LOL.
Know how we're getting busy and that. Alexa, take off your clothes.
What? Oh, we woke him up. Oh!
Oh, that got her hurt. He say told Alexa to take off her clothes.
All right.
The way he ran.
Oh, Terry! Is that a cave?
Why would you leave that brownie to a gun? I'm whooping your ass. Check it out.
Uh-oh.
A cave.
Yeah, it's been good. Do you love it?
Oh, God. Dang. That was a hefty one.
Get done for.
Can I get one of those? Yes. Congratulations. Oh, awesome. I don't even go here.
I don't even go here.
You really think you can roll better than me?
Oh.
Half the time I don't even wear a mask. They used to call me Dimes Dumb. And I would lay dimes. They would just that's the most expensive haircut in the world.
Huh? Huh? What? Oh my god, that's creepy. Jesus Christ. Oh my god! Nan, what are you doing? I had to give it to her. She got a good sense of humor, though.
Ah, what face with tears of joy.
Creepiest plush doll you can find.
What the?
I just made a cup of tea for myself. The
Aw.
whole floor is wet.
Aw.
I just picked up my cup of tea.
Oh no!
Keep playing with it.
Walter is Suze.
Is he shadow street fighting? Instead of shadow boxing, he's shadow street fighting.
Hi, Mom. I'm Justin Kingston with my husband. You're my husband. Yes, you are.
No, no.
This is my husband, guys. Yes, you are my husband.
No, I'm not.
Sure seems like it, buddy. He is fighting air.
He's fighting air. Is that a duck?
Dropping things on my toes and the thing from a scale of 1 to 10.
I can get up no matter what. Here we go. I'm getting your hand. I'm gonna hear it.
I know about getting so even though you're testing.
You know what? That's a good strategy.
I know everything there is to know about getting.
Thank God it's not turned on. Ha ha.
We're gonna be getting you knee deep in some gash. I don't care how small you are. These are just 2 extra right here. See? Check it out. How do you even get down the steps? There's no ramp. What are your parents doing? Don't worry, I got you covered.
What in the world is happening?
Just because I'm trying to ascend spiritually.
What?
Doesn't mean that I don't wish somebody would pick me up at 1:30 in the afternoon so we could drive around and get drunk and listen to Lana Del Rey. Just the way I am. Love you, bye.
Watch another video.
Hey, bro got his life figured out. All right.
He does.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! It starts coming out. It starts coming out the back. Yep.
I'm outside taking my dog for a walk.
I think I saw that pizza vid before, LOL.
That's insane.
Watch out for ice.
Same.
It's literally July.
My name is Lucas. I'm a senior. And people around here say I'm the villain.
No, they don't.
The sound.
What the hell? Slip and fall. Oh, pimp down.
Pimp down. Dude said pimp down. We got a pimp down. Ooh, cool.
Shoe went flying, LMAO. He is done for the weekend.
Damn. What? Bro, why you got an electricity meter? Bro, why'd you got one of them electricity meters, bro?
Oh, that spider gif, I remember that. LOL.
Oh yeah, the filter. No! Elmo, no! No.
the crack.
She saw what you were doing.
Elmo yes face with tears of joy.
No!
Bowl of cereal, held it for several seconds.
You ain't slick. She saw what you were doing. Bro, we got 2 trains? Bro thought he was tweaking.
What an uncomfortable slide. What an
What an uncomfortable slide. What an uncomfortable slide.
Whatever comes out is your catchphrase. Ready?
peanut.
Actually, I feel like you're never paying attention.
Wait, what happened?
Whatever comes out is your catchphrase. Ready?
Peanut.
Oh.
Actually, I feel like you're never paying attention to me. Like, I'm not happy in this relationship. Like, you don't understand.
He deserved that.
Bigfoot.
Holy shit! Who let Boogie out of his house?
I'll be out of the butt. And into the fuck if we don't come up with that $36.
I think you've had a few too many, buddy. Oh, the zipper broke off. Oh no. It's why we don't mess with Ukrainian kids.
Yup, time to cut huge holes to get out.
Oh, this, yeah. Unbeatable Riz.
So, oh, made in China. Oh, you made it yourself, man. Yeah.
А часики тикают, они, блядь, не стоят.
Bruh!
Воровская жизнь.
No!
Но ее надо придумать.
Join me, and we can destroy these humans forever.
What? The weird kid in class got a TikTok. He performed the mischievous acts of evil.
Oh, almost forgot to mention a new Sonic Ha video was released yesterday.
What? It was? Oh, my notifications didn't tell me yet. Oh, hell nah.
Yeah.
What are you doing in a Jewish market here talking to Jews this way?
How do you talk like that?
Officially.
Why do all you guys talk like such victims?
What?
Kurwa, co on robi? Fotografuje ślimaka.
Okay. I mean, kind of relatable. I take pictures of random animals I come across, so. Oh my goodness gracious, what a, is that a goiter? Oh my goodness.
So my hustle was I would charge people $20 a commissary for them to touch my chin while they were in the shower.
What?
OMYYYY got rolling on the floor laughing.
Casica or no? Whoa! Look out! Excuse me, goodness.
Can I go to Dagestan for 6 months? You can call me once and I'll come back an amazing wrestler. Dagestan is massive. You know what else is massive?
What?
I'm so fucking.
What?
I'm so fucking. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so fucking drunk.
Okay. I was like, he's either drunk or high, and it's like, oh, drunk.
Get out.
She broke his neck!
Like 1872.
This ain't 1872. But what the hell you doing?
I need to see some badge identification, please. Shit.
That's not what I asked for, but I'll take it. Ooh, you broke it. Unbeatable stance.
Well, that's UN asterisk neck asterisk ted.
Unaccepted. Oh my god. What in the world?
Amendoim. Olha. Poxa, uma desgraça.
Can't run from the neck snaps lol.
My fucking ex really poured all my fucking door handle.
Oh no!
Off my fucking car.
Can't have shit in Detroit, man.
And then threw them in the car. Oh my god.
That girl looks nice.
Damn, that's just devious.
Yeah. Dude, I got it. Hey. Hey!
No, no, no!
Just how?
Right, lads. You got it out. Hey. Want me to sort it out for you? So no worries, lads. Just give it a shout. Let me just go and put the rest of the costume on.
Want you to be my girlfriend.
But I want your big brother, actually.
Damn. Poor little guy. Now get back to work!
What did she say?
Never see that happen. Okay.
There you go, Hank. Get your little... Yeah, Hank Hill, get your little thing of WD-40. There you go. That was straight up out of King of the Hill. His WD-40 can, the trigger was stuck, so he pulled out a mini can of WD-40 and sprayed the nozzle, and then it worked. Good old WD. No, I want to learn more. Damn. Okay, that was a good one. Bro, your bumper.
Wood never flap and swing, but it never go down. Look, the wood, how come bird ain't flap and swing, flap maybe one.
It's called gliding.
One time, it ain't never go down. Never flying down. That is.
It's called gliding. Look it up. What? Who the fuck are you?
Hey. You're not really supposed to be here.
All we heard was like a big and then we just were shook and we were like paralyzed and we didn't know what happened, so we went outside and we were like, oh fuck, there's a fire.
Watch another for more funny
Pretty good, pretty good.
Boy, I3 LOL.
Boy, if you don't... I think one more. One more, and then we'll go on to the watch later list.
to read?
Yes.
Then read my shirt.
My bad, I'm tweaking.
Well, if you say so.
What? Whoa, what was that?
If you say so.
Violet Trouble, see that triple 20? I'll hit it for you.
I hit it for you. Shit. It's never gonna be as good as the original. It said roses are red, violets are blue. You see that bullseye? I'll hit it for you. And he misses and goes, shit. Was that Papa Smurf? Oh, whoa, these memes are going by fast. I paused it at the right time. It's 7-year-old me after forcing my parents to buy me a fidget toy that I promised I wouldn't break. Ugh. Pretty close.
Perfect timing, bud.
Yes! Give me all the cashews. No! No! No, the cashews! Why would you do that?
How's it going, man?
It's going terrible.
Why is that?
I just found out I have that dog in me.
Isn't that a good thing?
You think this is a good thing?
Oh my god. I'm gonna act like I didn't just see that.
What's wrong with you, bro? You got me messed up.
9.9, we got a 9.9, we got, oh!
Exactly 10.
Don't tell me that's utters on that man.
No, I told you, man. I'm gonna act like I ain't see it. I'm trying to pretend like I didn't see it. What the fuck?
Well, you know I'd be using that Toshiba 55-inch 4K UHD HDR.
Excuse me, I actually wanted old.
And he drop it.
Was that Jack Black as a Discord simp?
Oh my goodness.
The lesbians have their own
Cuisine. Cuisine.
Let's rate the most popular restaurant in Toronto.
Where your clothes at? The broccoli chose mine. The hell are you looking at? What did it say? What did he say? Get this shit off of me. Get this shit off of me. No, that's not a good idea, kid. Ta-da! Well, he kind of did it.
Oh, no, it's time for me to go home.
What the? What's the number for 911? I don't know. That's what happens when you buy cheap knives.
If you move, you're gay.
I hate
Now stop, man. I say I'm gonna make a pizza.
I'm sorry?
They gave me a sauceless.
Pretty much.
Hold up, wait.
Oh, he's got the LGBT lights.
It's RGB, motherfucker.
It's RGB! He got them LGBT lights. Hey, I got the LGBT lights too. My computer shines all rainbowy. My keys do. My laptop, anyways. Oh, look how delicate. Ah.
I have them.
A dancing dog.
Oh, nice. Oh.
I got a headache.
You hear that? You fat.
I wish I could do that to my niece.
Work a bartending
Oh.
with me on Super Bowl Sunday. I put the fucking mortgage on Blue Gatorade.
What?
Damn.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
It's
Blood.
RGBMFR.
It's RGB, motherfucker.
I seen that before.
Bro, did they just... Oh my god, they just dropped the child. Where you going, Johnny? Can you get your fat booty out my face? Really, man?
Chinchilla 3.
Johnny. We'll get somewhere. I'm waiting for my dog to readjust position. Okay. Good, that means I can lean over a bit. There we go. Okay, so why are you gonna vacuum up the coins, but you're gonna pocket the candy?
They really did the mission from SM64 with the penguin. LMAO.
Hang on. Might need to adjust my,
Recap. The coins now. If that were me, I would take the coins.
I'd take the coins and the candy. Because I look like a Jolly Rancher. I haven't had a Jolly Rancher in ages. Okay, there. I had to recalibrate my model. There we go.
Yeah, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, my wallet! I dropped my wallet.
My pizza is breakdancing in the air fryer.
Breakdancing in the air fryer.
I've actually hurt my asshole.
Oh, ow.
It's all good. Oh, we gotta fix that.
Bro, is this supposed to be like this?
At least the little kids.
Who's the part?
Let's say at least the kids get a kick out of it. What?
Oh, look, they've got the Gatorade.
Huh?
Come. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna drink it.
Dude, I love your dog, bro.
I don't think it's supposed to look like that. If yours looks like that, you need to go to the doctor.
Like, it's so smooth and soft.
You got your clutch, you got your brake, you got your throttle, you got your gear lever.
Not funny, didn't laugh.
Fan switch, steering wheel, you got all that?
What did she say?
Ba 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 ba. Halloween. Did you fart? No.
What's up,
try a donut roll. One bite challenge.
Why is your why? Why this? Is that a filter? Why are you filtering out your hair?
Yeti stay. Mary stay. Wait till I say go, okay? No, Yeti stay.
Why are people leaving metal in here?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that dog did a RKO out of nowhere. Damn.
Yo, Tony, check this out. Look at.
Hey, did you take my peanut butter again?
We just get but we're just gonna
Dogs
gloss
feel
over.
different.
We're just gonna gloss over the fact that he was trying to stick the remote up his butt. Ah, what's my avatar doing?
It's gonna take probably 1 or 2 more years for that to happen. But look at this, you guys. Look how precious he is. And he hasn't even landed a single kick yet.
He looks like Johnny Sins LMAO.
Oh my god, not Johnny Sins.
He was baffled by that kid.
You're not supposed to pull on them. As soon as you push the things down all the way, then you open them back up and then pull it away. Okay? You don't pull them while you still got them pinched. What?
Ridiculous. This ain't suck 33 D.
The precious
What?
spring water, so that we can bring you, our consumer, the cleanest, highest quality beer possible.
Alright.
Beer consists of 98% water.
Oh, I remember that guy. He has an animal ranch and that's his kangaroo that he raised as a baby.
Oh, okay, that explains why the kangaroo wasn't tearing him from limb.
We buy chips. Oh man. Scheiße. Not gonna hold the door open for me?
Whatever.
Nigga.
Psh, whatever.
Nigga.
Rapunzel must have had like a crazy bush, am I right? Happy Black History Month, everybody.
No. Because I don't think about gross things like that. Wind up! Ah, you ass! Nice catch. You just, I just took one of them.
Test your might looking up.
Test your might. Fancy. I think he likes the Roomba.
Hey, Benny. Oh, sorry. I was just having a lie down.
Now the cops want to do a full.
In the kitchen floor?
Taft's found something.
Whose coat is this? Do you like that? Drugs joke.
What? Oh my god!
The little Frenchie pulling
his wheelchair down partition. Would you look at that?
Hey, go little man, go.
Claims he could deal with the free.
That's pretty good.
Lovely baby boy.
Can I hold him?
One moment. You just take a picture for proof of delivery. Do you mind if your feet are in it?
Well, I'm more concerned about my vagina.
Don't be. It's
What?
Hi, miss. Yes. Would you like $1 or do you want to double it and give it to the next person? Give me the $1. No, I'm saying, do you want the $1 or do you want to double it and give it to the next person so the next person gets $2?
Give me the $1.
You said if I want no, you're not getting $1.
The many of Bigfoot.
So you lied to me.
Watch another
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Evolution of Bigfoot.
Alright. Where's... Oh shit. Hang on. Whoop. Okay, apparently I accidentally deleted the watch later tab. Come on, where is it? Go away. Here we go, watch later. Thought I already had it ready to go. Why is my avatar's head flipping out? Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Lost media and the mysteries attached to them.
This is Reddit's Strangest Lost Media by Kylie Bogley. Is that how you say their name? Why is my avatar having a seizure? Jesus!
Have always fascinated me, and I love sharing strange ones that no one ever talks about. This is the r/tip of my tongue series, where we dive into unidentified pieces of media from people's memories. Let's get right into it. Scary animated TV short for children. This memory has haunted user Scenery of Doomsday for years, and are desperate to find it. They think it aired on Playhouse Disney in around 2005 or 6, but are from Italy, so there's a chance it was European. They wrote, "It's drawn in a very soft, pastel-like style. The characters are a bit round, and the dominant color is light blue. All characters are human. The focus of the plot is on this small child, not sure if it's a boy or girl, who has a nightmare out of guilt. I think because they're not doing something they should be doing, or something like that. In the dream, you first see the child on their father's bike, sitting behind him, and the father is pedaling, but he has no facial features. Like his face is just a blank circle of skin. A swarm of bats flies in front of them as a transition, and the child gets home terrified, and sees their mother washing the dishes.
Oh my god, what is wrong with my avatar?
It cuts to the child.
Jesus Christ.
And then back to the mother, who turns around, and she too has no face. I have no idea what this is, and at this point I'm starting to think I dreamt it, but I've been looking for it since elementary school, with no success. I tried using all the keywords I could, but nothing. I have such a vivid memory of seeing this on TV at night. I couldn't have made it up. Can anyone help me, please? Thank you in advance. Media that contains anyone faceless is pretty unnerving, and I can imagine seeing it as a child would be even more so. User ATJB said there was an episode of Round the Twist where everyone was replaced with blank faces, but the closest I could find is when this kid gets cursed with a small mouth or something.
Ugh.
This OP is sure it was a cartoon, so it couldn't be this. Okay Good 455 asked if it was an episode of Nightmare Ned, which quite literally is about a boy who has surreal nightmares about his problems, with some surrounding guilt. Although they'd never heard of it, and it didn't get an Italian release, I wanted to be completely sure that Nightmare Ned never had any weird faceless moments. I skimmed through every episode, and unless I somehow missed it, it wasn't there. It must be something else, and I do believe it's real, because I found this post from a different Reddit account 4 years before this one. This user is from the US, so it isn't the same person. Their post is titled, Dishwashing Mom with No Face. They remembered it being a kid's movie or cartoon, but said, for all I know, it could have been a horror, or a particularly upsetting commercial. They give the same recap. It's a dream sequence. The protagonist goes into the kitchen, the mom is shown washing dishes. All you can hear is the sound
Well, buddy,
of
I'm gonna
water
get ready to
and the
shop
squeak
soon,
of the
so
dish
I'm
soap.
staging my
She doesn't
leave.
speak. She checks her
Aw.
phone, and it
Okay,
turns out
Zayden. I
she
hope you
watches
have fun
this.
shopping.
A plausible suggestion
Get some good stuff.
Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie has a nightmare, and after his mom is at the kitchen sink, it's revealed she has Johnny's face. It made them consider this being the answer, or an homage to
I
the
sure
actual
will,
scene.
smiling face.
But it doesn't play out the same way that the other poster recalled. There's no bike ride or bat transition. One of you watching has to remember this, right? I'm just hoping someone can place it, or more importantly, find it, because there's a surprising amount of lost media from Playhouse Disney. 2000s rock song. On August 2nd, 2019, user Arctic Moon 8 turned to the subreddit with a clip of a song. Shazam won't give you the answer, and YouTube won't copyright it. They heard it in a promo for a TV information program, but forgot the specific title.
And a reminder, don't forget to check out the new Sonic Ha video after stream.
Oh, yes. Yes, thanks for telling me about it.
My pleasure always.
Immediately the song
I got a
sounded
draw
extremely
cable for my crossbow.
but I think it's just generally reminding me of songs from similar genres. These comments are honestly confusing because people were comparing.
Oh, hey, Merc, what's up? Wait, you have a crossbow?
Brought up the most was Tool, and while I get where they're coming from, it doesn't legitimately sound like that. But coincidentally, as this person pointed out, this was posted the day Tool finally got on Spotify. I found it funny that this Soundgarden comment got downvoted because despite the fact it isn't Soundgarden, I think it
Yes,
sounds
I
closer
do.
to them than Tool.
Whoa, that's badass.
Christian rock band, and maybe that'd be a good place to start looking. Cheese Orbiter guessed it never had a label and was a project from one of the show producers. But the mystery deepens because OP found a man from Germany who was looking for it as well, except his sample was from a different source and is of the intro. Arctic Moon 8 is from Sweden, so it may be a European band. The song was never identified, and the post has faded into complete obscurity. I wanted to bring attention to it, hoping someone can identify the tune. Disturbing film about a guy SAing a mannequin / puppet. Like the title
Excuse
says,
me?
this one sure is disturbing. User Crack Smoker 3 watched Rabbits by David Lynch.
It's 11:15 p.m. It is dark outside.
And it awoke a memory from within.
Okay, why was there a laugh track? She didn't say anything
See
funny.
Discord
They
DM.
believe it was a fall or winter
Ooh,
night
okay.
in 2019 when they saw it. After walking home from
Yo, that's
they had to
awesome.
wait inside a building at the bus station because the buses were delayed due to heavy rain. They recounted there was a TV on the wall directly in front of me that was playing a video about some kids playing lacrosse or something. I wasn't paying attention until I noticed it had switched to one of the creepiest videos I've seen in my life. The video had this awful, eerie, slow piano music. The notes sounded disjointed, like the song had every third note wrong, clearly intent on disturbing the viewer. There were three characters: the faceless man, the mannequin, and the puppet. The movie was long. I watched it for at least
I got
30
3
minutes.
blunt tip arrows
It
and
would
3
swap from
broad
scenes
head
of the three
arrows.
of them hanging out, going about daily business like eating breakfast or reading books, to more disturbing things. The mannequin had a face and was a man. The puppet seemed to be a girl. The faceless man, the only real person who wore a
That's
mask to hide
cool.
his face,
I always wanted to
would
learn
sometimes
archery.
touch the puppet girl and make the mannequin watch. The piano music would become more disjointed during the touching, and the faceless man went out of his way to draw it out as long as possible. This film has been occupying my mind since I remembered it, and I cannot figure out what the hell I saw that night. Also, let me clarify. When I say puppet, I don't mean like a Muppet or anything with a controlling mechanism. It was more like a human-shaped doll. If you've ever seen those photos from 2000's internet of guys stitching their own love dolls, it was more in line with that. The faceless man never talks. Neither do the puppet or mannequin. While I saw the movie in 2019, I have no clue when it released. The style and camera quality make me think late 90s. I'll answer any questions as soon as possible if people are interested in helping me find this. Well, we're keeping up a faceless theme in this video for some reason. Searching puppet touching didn't yield any helpful
I still
results.
need to get an archery target and find a place where I can practice shooting even in the backyard near the septic tanks behind my apartment. There's still houses beyond the trees, and less than a mile down the road is a high school, so probably not the best place to shoot.
Yeah, probably not.
The characters looked like, hoping it could strike someone else's memory. Crack Smoker followed through with this, and the drawing made it even more unsettling to me because the puppet/doll's eyes are sewn shut. The
Ew.
man had a mask made out of silky material and might have had eye holes. The mannequin was an old man with a cigar. OP made an update post a little over a week later. They added a few details, like confirming the man is the only real person they saw, and if he's around 6 feet, the mannequin would be about 5 feet, and the puppet 4. It wasn't a typical horror movie. They described it as,
I am back,
if a friend of mine
Favta.
said, hey, let's go see a horror film.
Oh,
It took me to this.
welcome back.
I would reconsider my friendship with them. And to clarify, it wasn't animated or stop motion. This was live action. The doll and mannequin never moved without the man visibly moving them. User Butterfly Deflect thought it sounded like the 2018 film Possum, but it was significantly lower budget than this, and isn't it?
Oh yeah, Possum. I still gotta watch that.
Odd vibe.
She put her poodle one time in a microwave oven to eat it. Yeah.
And the antagonist, Arthur, looks like some type of puppet mannequin thing. This short film's plot isn't anything like what was described though, and isn't it either. A few other ideas were love object, marionette, and pin. Unfortunately, none hit the mark. I think this is the kind of thing that suggestions are pointless because if it's found, it'd be incredibly obvious that it was it. When asked about other elements, OP said it took place in an artificial-looking house, and the furniture was scaled down to the size
I love their name, by the way. Crack Smoker 3.
of the puppet and mannequin. The closest suggestion for camera quality is Adult Swim's short Too Many Cooks.
When is the face reveal coming out?
In the room as glass dollhouse
For me? For me? Bro, all you have to do is go to my backlog of really old videos where I used to do face cam.
This in a public building
Yes.
is incredibly strange.
Yeah, I used to do face cam. So just look at my old videos.
Asked if it was a creepypasta, and they said no. The theory that makes the most sense to them is it being aired on public access. Obviously, they'd try to keep up the
I am back.
but assuming this isn't fabricated, my morbid curiosity wants this freaky thing to be found. Late 90s or early 2000s PSA about internet gambling. Go to your box. Raoul 315 started their post with, "This was a public service announcement about internet gambling. It might have aired across multiple states.
What's up?
I know that in Michigan it was sponsored by the Michigan Department of Community Health. I've scoured the internet and found many people asking about this PSA, but no video. It aired in the late 90s or early 2000s and had a family who was homeless because their son had gambled tens of thousands online. They're sitting in what looks a lot like a dump with cardboard boxes strewn about everywhere. A mom and dad are talking about how they lost their home, car, and savings, all because their son gambled on the internet. When the son says, 'I told you I was sorry,' the dad replies,
Should I go public with my goth Billy Cohen cosplays yet?
Go to your box.
Sure, if you want. I would like to see it.
And they'd love to see it again. Roughly 11 years later, and they have not been able to see it again, as the post has sat unsolved. A lot of the comments are people coming across the post after trying to find the ad. This user from Southeast Michigan said, "It's still a running joke with my friends too. I've searched and searched for it. No luck. It's probably on someone's VHS tapes rotting away." And Pixie Blues could have sworn it was on YouTube at some point. OP resorted to emailing the Michigan Department of Community
I thought
Health
I already
and
shared
Michigan
them on
Association of
Discord.
Broadcasters, but never got a response.
Oh, did you?
Someone even
Let me
did a
check.
FOIA request and heard nothing back. The most promising thing is this user went to school with the kid who played the son and thinks his name was Billy. This fabled PSA has been brought up on Twitter,
In the
various
DM.
forums,
Oh, DMs. Okay.
and this article that once and for all confirms its existence, with an exact transcript provided. It began airing in February 2000. It details IGN obtained videotapes of the 30-second ads. However, a request to air them online was denied. I have no idea why they're treating this commercial.
Oh, I didn't know that was considered goth cosplay. My bad.
Mentioning that this guy who brought it up has his location listed as Pennsylvania, meaning he either grew up in Michigan.
It's very nice, though.
I'm sure there's some way for this to resurface. We just have to figure out how. Raoul 315 is still active on their account, by the way, so if we find it, they'll finally be able to see the commercial again. Newgrounds animation.
But yeah, you do what you do what you do what you want.
I swear this isn't a creepypasta. When I was far too young to be on Newgrounds, I'd watch a whole bunch of Flash videos because I wanted to be an animator.
And the rest I replied to, including the non-spicy boudoir ones.
I always wanted to go back and see how bad it actually was, but I can't find it anywhere. I have no title or anything, but it was an animation about a gang, I think. Someone makes a gang mad and they come after him. Something like that. I was too young to understand what was going on. This could have been anywhere from 2005 to 2009. Sorry, I can't do more.
Ah, yes. Okay, I remember now. Yes. Very nice.
Check on the guy/girl after they had been confronted at some point earlier, but finds them covered.
Love that choker, by the way.
I think was a back or bed. Either way, in my recollection, they were lying face up with their arms out to their sides. It cut to this as a reveal, and seeing that scared me shitless, even though it was just animation. It cuts to the other person's reaction, which is quiet horror. I think that was the end. Either that or I noped out. It freaked me out so bad. Does anyone remember what the hell this was? I'd bet nearly all of us who grew up on the internet have a story similar to this. accidentally feasting your eyes upon something that terrified you. Based on their recount, I can understand why it would scare them. It was more cartoonish rather than a realistic art style, and they compared it to The Composer, another Newgrounds animation. Multiple people asked if it was salad fingers. If you post about any video you saw
I
on the
like
internet,
crusty
without fail, you'll
spoons.
receive a salad finger suggestion. It reminded Copper Cash of the point-and-click game called The Ugly, which has reveals where the main character's parents are mortally injured. This one really is pretty fun, though.
Oh.
While a good guess, and would have petrified OP as a child, it wasn't the answer. An animation made for Immortal Technique's Dance with the Devil was brought up, considering the theme of a game. OP replied, "Holy crap, I see where you're coming from. For some reason, this feels very similar, albeit much better animated than Newgrounds' typical Flash, of course. Similar reaction shots. Very powerful and tragic song. I had forgotten all about this. Not the one, but thank you for sharing." In another comment they said, "I don't remember there being much Newgrounds typical violence until that very end part I mentioned, but I'm likely wrong there. I saw a lot of messed up or ultra-violent stuff on NG, but this one was different. It stuck in my mind for being chilling, at least to my kid self. It could be like finding a needle in a haystack, but I think if someone else remembers it, there is a chance of it being dug up." Movie, 80s horror. Over 30 years later, it haunts me to this day. Want to solve a decades-long mystery? Tangled Apart saw this movie between 7 and 9 years old, so around 1987 to 89. I was home, seemingly by myself, but I'm sure my parents were around there somewhere. It must have been a Saturday or Sunday, because it had that vibe you get when it's the middle of an afternoon and some random movie is on channel 33 or 39. My wife recommended I do this immediately. I've been in existential pain over it for all these years. I've Googled. I've written/posted in other subs and groups. I've asked friend after group of strangers I'm meeting for the first time. I even remember asking the folks from Ain't It Cool News from way back in the day about it. Nobody has any idea what the name of this movie was or if it ever even existed. All I know is it terrified me. Traumatically. I mean, it's over 30 years later and it still F's me up. Thing is, I only have 2 memories of 2 scenes from this movie. The first memory is of a teenage girl, a light-skinned girl. She's walking in a park. There's Spanish moss. It's kinda gray out, natural lighting. And there are other
That
people.
choker is a rather
She
cheap
starts
quality,
walking
but I
past
like
what
it
looks like a
perfect
stuffed
for
castle.
attaching a
The
chain
camera
or
angle
leash.
is in front of her.
Ooh.
Suddenly she stops, looks up, and a brick is thrown down at her straight into
Oh
the
yeah,
floor.
you think I could afford, you know, really good quality chokers? No, I have to shop cheap too.
The second memory takes place in what is either a dorm room or a hotel room. Somebody opens the door, and what they discover is a teenage boy with bed sheets jammed all the way down his throat. He's dead, obviously, and the room has a kind of yellowish-brown hue, like aged film of it. And that's it. That's all I remember. But these memories are so vivid, I was affected so greatly, and I've carried them with me all these years. I still get queasy when I think about them. I hope someone here can help me. It truly is the greatest mystery of my life. Searching for years on end for a piece of media that's so obscure can feel agonizing at times, and I've become invested in seeing this get solved. They were asked if it was a slasher, but it didn't feel like a masked killer type slasher film. More so like someone was getting revenge on their peers while on vacation or on campus itself. OP wondered if the castle could have been a college building, and the Spanish moss might have been part of a park. It isn't Happy Birthday to Me from 1981, however, the
What
film
about
grading
that
is spot
outfit
on.
you're wearing on your
User
vtuber
Indigo
and
Ship
those knee-high combat boots? Can't say a choker would be any more expensive than those, or a leather corset and pleather skirt or fishnets you probably own.
I own some of those things. Like, I would never be able to afford actual genuine leather. Not that I would buy genuine leather, because, you know, that's not really, that's kind of frowned upon, you know. I wouldn't buy genuine leather, but yeah.
Wanted to know if the actors were British, since they remember awful British horror movies that sounded similar to the mysterious film, especially the castle. It was so long ago that they can't say for sure that they weren't British, and this could be a search idea. OP has made 2 posts on Tip of My Tongue, and while their most recent one received significantly more attention, no one has identified it. Suggestions included the Redeemer, Son of Satan, the dorm that dripped blood, student bodies, along with so many others. It'd take forever to name even half of the proposals.
My spiked armband and bullet cuff armbands on my wrists are genuine leather, and so are my steel-toe jungle infantry boots, military issue.
Whoa, nice.
At the end. To me, this sounds more likely than being British, but there's no way to know. In August of 2024, Toothy Cow came across a 1988 trailer for Bad Dreams, which was promising because it shows a dead girl laying down from the perspective of a tall building. It turns out the building shot was someone who fell, and not from getting hit with a brick from above. OP added, "This search has become a bad dream though." On their post about it on the horror sub, user Foreign Time commented, "Maybe cross-post this to a Lost Media subreddit. Those people can find anything."
Fake leather is not as good quality and unfortunately tears up easily, not to mention can cause irritation and rashes.
Oh, well, the tear up easily, I knew. I didn't know about the irritations, though.
It was about time for a new entry in this series. I'm actually going to start doing a version
Hey,
of
I am
this
back.
where I solve the mysteries.
Back
I
again?
already have a few posts cooking, so be on the lookout for that, and thank you.
Welcome back, everyone.
No. No. Shut up, Oz. It's not time for you.
Guess
All right.
who back? Tell a friend.
Let's see, what's another good one?
Similar to the metals in fake jewelry that can cause irritation, the fake leather can do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely can't wear fake metal because it'll...
Shady song.
Yes, I know what song you were referencing. But yeah, I can't wear fake metals because they'll actually give me an infection. Like, if I wear fake metal earrings, they will make my ear holes infected. It has to be real gold, real silver, that sterling silver, or like that hypoallergenic stuff. Well, here we go. Where did these images come from? From Something Sinister.
If you've been on the internet for any period of time, the chances of coming across an image that makes you feel sort of strange is highly likely. I'm not talking about images that were created specifically to be scary, but images that have some sort of uncanny quality about them. Take this image.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
He's laying on a hardwood floor. He has what looks to be clusters of peas in his eyes, nose, and mouth.
Yeah, I think we've all seen that one.
Some on the floor around him as well. Images like this are exactly what I'm talking about. There's nothing inherently scary about it.
They're just really weird.
At least. I mean, the photo has been taken in bright lighting. There's nothing creepy lurking in the background or any signs of danger, per se. But despite the absurdity of the photo, it looks like the man could be suffocating or struggling to breathe against the peas that are invading his body. This image has gone on to spawn a
That was a way to put it.
memes and even fan art. But where does it come from? If you visit knowyourmeme.com, you will not only find the original image in high resolution, but also the name of the image, which is Pleased to Meet You.
Peas to oh my god.
Was originally posted on September 25th, 2021 by photographer Jeff Mermelstein. And this isn't the only
Boy, that's a name, Mermelstein.
food-related photograph that Jeff has taken.
Are you getting excited to 4100?
Series of food-related self-portraits.
About as excited as all the other characters.
Like this one of
It's cool.
or this one with grapes. After seeing these, they don't really evoke the same feeling that the peas photograph does. With most of his food selfies,
Yeah.
there is a feeling of playfulness, whereas with peas, it almost seems like Jeff was involuntarily put in this position in front of the
And
camera.
Madam Bo.
After being posted,
Oh yeah, the Madame Bo one is definitely exciting.
it even went viral through Reddit's in mid-2022. Some people who have viewed the image have described it as it appears as though Jeff is, in fact, stuffed with peas, and they are leaking out of him, as opposed to going into him. Regardless, I think it would be accurate to describe the image as oddly
I have news.
There's another
What's
image
that?
fits this description. Does anyone else remember this picture? It shows a girl sitting in a chair. She's
What
wearing a
in the
watermelon
world?
shirt, and it looks like her head has been replaced by some sort of hollowed out watermelon. It's been carved out to form the neck and head of a person. The eyes are grapes, and it looks like she's wearing some kind of orange earrings and necklace. The entire image is very uncanny. It is known to some as
The Sub-Zero doesn't sucks video is out.
as to why this image is so
Yes, I know. Zayden already delivered that message. So expect a reaction to it soon.
I think they would be quite polite. The image was supposedly first discovered in 2005 on Zida.ru, a Russian website. Unfortunately, aside from this estimation, the origin date of this image is unknown. There's lots of results reverse searching the image, but the earliest I could find is this 2010 post to Flickr, 5 years after the image's debut on the Russian website. As most of the comments on this image have mentioned, I don't think I'll ever look at a watermelon the same way again.
Just a quick side note, when I'm doing research for videos like this, I visit a lot of different websites. I just got a notification the other day, actually, that in the last 7 days, Safari has prevented 72 trackers from profiling. I realize that I'm sort of looking for trouble with the kind of work that I do, but what a lot of people don't know is that even if you're just a casual internet user, your information is just as unsafe. And frankly, the idea of someone getting a hold of my personal information scares me. You know, my bank account, my credit card, my social security, anything like that. So that's why I started using today's sponsor, Aura, as a means of protection. Aura monitors things like the dark web and will alert me if any of my personal information is leaked. They also provide up to $5 million in identity theft insurance in case something really bad were to happen. Aura also identifies data brokers who sell your information and immediately submits an opt-out request on your behalf. Not to mention, they also have other features like a military-grade VPN to offer you even more protection. If you want to sleep better at night knowing that your information is secure, you can visit the link in the description below. That's www.aura.com/something-sinister and try the first 14 days absolutely free. And thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring this video.
Asterisk paints skin orange and wears fake blonde wig. Asterisk we're gonna take things that aren't broken and don't need to be fixed and fix them to make them proud again. We're gonna make them strong again, and we're gonna make them great again, greater than ever before.
What? What in the world?
Too young to stay home by myself, I would go to work with my dad. One of his co-workers had this monstrosity set as his desktop computer background, and I remember looking down every time I walked past it.
I'm just making fun of you know who.
As an adult,
Oh.
it's definitely not as bad, but there's certainly a level.
Ah, okay. I get you now.
We have what appears to be the outline of a man's face with a woman's pigtails. The facial features are the worst part, though. The eyes are dark and definitely sourced from something that is not human, perhaps an animal or something like that. The smile is made up of gums and jagged teeth, similar to a chimpanzee. The photo itself is simply known as creepy.
Honestly, that fair blonde wig should be green, then he could be an Oompa Loompa.
There's a good
My
chance that it popped up
Fake,
as a
not fair,
jump scare
asterisk.
in some
Yeah.
early YouTube videos. I couldn't find a concrete date that the image was posted, but some say it could have been as early as 1996. It turns out the photo is a mishmash of stock photos. The base of the figure is this guy right here. It's pretty easy to see given the same chin and jaw structure. Both images even share the same earring on the right ear. The pigtails and hair come from this image of a girl frowning or doing a lip thing.
A lip thing.
Oompa Loompa Loompity Doo, I'm gonna get US in deep doo doo.
What made this image disturbing in the first place? Well, unlike the two stock photos of the man and the woman, there has been no concrete answer as to where the eyes and mouth come from. The
Chimpanzee.
idea is that the eyes and mouth belong to a chimpanzee, but it's just a guess. Honestly, I don't know
What the hell is the photo?
when looking at images of chimpanzees.
It's just a mishmash of different stock photos.
Unmistakably similar, and the mouth is pretty spot on as well. But as I mentioned before, the image could have come from as early as 1996. This is before things like Photoshop and face swap were the norm. So what program could have created this? In the late 90s and early 2000s, there existed an application known as Kai's Power. This software allowed users to take stock photos and warp them however they liked. Two of the stock photos commonly used
Oompa Loompa Loompity Dee, electing a chimpanzee as president would be smarter than me.
with Kai's Power, we are still left with a lot of questions. Who made this image, and when exactly did it surface on the internet? These questions have yet to be answered.
If you've been on YouTube for a while, chances are you remember seeing this monstrosity as a thumbnail for the video, Why Are Things Creepy? From Vsauce. It shows a teddy bear plush with one striking feature, a full set of 32 adult teeth. The image itself is very unsettling, combining two elements that don't belong together. The fur of the
I think the previous image was creepier, to be honest.
its mouth are cold and rigid. The
Oompa
combination of these two
Loompa
things make for
Loompity
an
Dee
image
going
that's
to
oddly
get Lord
terrifying.
Liu Kang.
But this image isn't the first and only of its kind.
What?
When doing research on this teddy bear with human teeth, I uncovered a whole bunch of stuffed animals with the same striking feature. I decided to do some reverse image searching and was taken to this Facebook post from the user Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf is an art exhibit in Las Vegas.
I'm
As the
sorry for
caption
being
states,
such a brat.
Dentist office stuffed animals meant to educate kids
Oh, you're asking for it, aren't you?
Two photos accompanying this are as uncanny as it gets. The one on the left is a bear with missing teeth in its mouth, and the one on the right is a fish with big blue eyes and a smile that you might see in your nightmares.
Oh shit, I'm in the way, hang on.
Asking for what?
I think you know. hang on. I'm kind of in the way. Look how derpy this... look how derpy the fish looks. He's like, hey.
Tell us.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, he knows, and that's enough.
As it turns out, Meow Wolf is absolutely correct. Pediatric dentist offices have often employed the help of stuffed animals with teeth in an effort to educate children on proper brushing techniques. In a lot of these photos, you can even get a glimpse of the
Nemo is
common
a ugly
toothbrushes
face.
that accompanies the stuffed animals. It could be some sort of Mandela effect, but I can remember seeing one of those teddy bears at my dentist growing up. I hope for the sake of all the kids getting their teeth cleaned, that someone realized these things are absolutely terrifying.
I don't know, I think they're kind of funny.
Speaking of images from early YouTube,
Well, that's just me.
I distinctly remember seeing this pixelated photo of a two-legged horse.
Haunts.
I've heard of the Try Not to Laugh challenge, which were very popular on the platform at the time. In the video, the horse can be seen running to the song Chacaron by El Chambo. This song was utilized heavily in early YouTube days, especially with try not to laugh videos like this. That's all the video is, just 30 seconds of the horse doing this. When stumbling across the image online recently, it brought back that feeling of fear that I had once experienced. It's a little embarrassing to say, especially given that the video in particular was supposed to be funny.
What I messaged you on Discord.
Of course, the image itself is odd. It's a horse with no body and 2 legs.
Perhaps.
It runs like a person or some sort of bipedal animal. But why did I think it was scary? In the early days of YouTube, I feel like it was easy to stumble across something strange and unexplainable. This 2-legged horse being one of them. It's not a video that you seek out, but instead a video that finds you. I clicked on it out of curiosity, and by the end of the video, I was left feeling confused and a little weird. Almost like having a dream that you have no control of, and waking up with the thought, why did I do that? I tried finding the origin of this image, only to find that this video in particular, to a T, was uploaded and re-uploaded multiple times throughout the late 2000s and early 2010s. The most popular version of it being uploaded in December of 2007. This upload in particular has over 60 million views. After reading through some of the comments, some people have expressed being afraid of the video as well. In 2025, the image and video have been turned into a popular high-res GIF, and while the original artist is unknown, speculators point to 4chan as the image's origin.
The following flyer reads, "Would you know if you were dreaming right now?" We are then given 3 options labeled as A, B, and C. A tells us to check our watch or a nearby clock. B says to look somewhere else. And C tells us to look at the watch or the clock again. Text below says if you are inside a dream, your watch will display a completely different time. The flyer displays a Sheffield City Council
Wanna
logo.
hear
This image
ANSFW
inspires
Joe?
many Redditors across the forums.
Oh, you better watch it. We are on Twitch. You don't want to get me in trouble. Better not be better not be anything too bad.
When I saw this flyer for the first time, I was definitely off-put by its odd message, and had to know where it came from. There's a theory that states the flyer is a guide to lucid dreaming, which is the process of becoming aware that you were dreaming while you were asleep. In this state, you more or less
My
have
game is
control of the
not
dream
working.
itself. While I think this theory is interesting, I don't necessarily
What game?
buy it. I think it's especially
What
weird
do
that
you
the
call a
Sheffield City
fist
Council
fight between
would
an
have their name
illegal
on something like
immigrant
a
and a
lucid dreaming guide.
pedophile?
Given the Sheffield
Alien
location,
vs
many
Predator.
have assumed the flyer to be an art
Oh my
piece,
god.
as the Sheffield art scene is known for having surrealist movement. But when researching these theories, I came across this document.
Lord.
The top of it reads, Scarfolk
Naughty,
Council.
naughty.
The text beneath it tells us that Scarfolk is a town in northwest England that did not progress beyond 1979. Because of
MK1.
this, the town is trapped in a time loop set in the 1970s. We are then
Oh.
shown a number of strange flyers. Take, for example, this government self-support poster from 1971. The text reads, "Feel hopeless and abandoned, like you're going mad? Don't worry. Let us reassure you that everything you're feeling is completely justified. It proves you have fully comprehended the true severity of the situation. Be proud of your keen insights, but be aware that we cannot offer support to people of inferior value. Keep it to yourself. Discontent is contagious." Or what about this blank black flyer that reads, "For more information, please reread." As you might have guessed, these flyers are not real, and instead fictional pieces from writer Richard Littler as a means of commentating on Britain at the time. While the Sheffield City Council is not on this list, it is very reminiscent of it. I think it is highly likely that it was made by someone in the vein of the Scarfolk flyers, or by someone who just wanted to scare people.
Unlike the Sheffield City Council flyer, this image
Well,
of a
here's
goat
something
with a
that never made any sense. If the game is called Mortal Kombat and not Fatal Combat, then why is the finishing attack called a fatality and not a mortality?
That's a good question. Need to
I may
ask.
have mentioned these before.
Good question. Maybe you should ask Ed Boon.
at least in a traditional sense. This unsettling photograph shows a black goat with long horns standing in the doorway of a bedroom. There appears to be some sort of big dollhouse on the left of the photograph. The image as a whole gives off the feeling of being liminal. I've seen it among other photos of liminal spaces.
Because it's a video
This
game.
one in particular is off-putting. The earliest trace of this photo I could find dates back to 2019. It's a post on Pinterest. Many of the people in the comments express fear when seeing the image, while some compare the goat to Black Phillip from the movie The Witch. The photo has since gone on to be the subject of many memes.
The Witch is another movie I need to watch.
Reads, your chances of being killed by a goat are low, but never zero.
That is true.
Fatal combat.
When I found some of the stills from the movie, I came across this one, which shows a very similar looking goat standing in the doorway of a room. There even looks to be the edge of a blanket on the left-hand side of the frame. Regardless, I can't confirm that these are the same room, but there does seem to be a striking resemblance between the two. In a similar photo,
They probably photoshopped that goat.
this oddly disturbing image shows a long-haired cat sitting on top of a bedroom dresser. The cat is staring off, almost as if it is locking eyes with someone coming in through the bedroom doorway. The cat is lit ominously, its shadow being casted upon the wall behind it. There's nothing particularly menacing about the cat. It's
The
not
cat is sitting weird though.
showing any
Chappie viewers on streamamboo.com. Remove the space at 6ZRY5CWO.
It's almost like the cat is
Ah, thanks, Mert. I was just about to scream for the mods.
The image can be found on Reddit from poster Rare Plantain 1030. In 2024, Plantain posted this string of images to the r/weird subreddit. In the 4 images, we can see the cat sitting in various different angles, with 3 of them being the aforementioned bedroom dresser. This post has caused many Redditors to form theories that the cat is a djinn or a skinwalker.
No, it's just a funny sitting cat.
The cat's name is Lady Storm, and she even has her own Instagram account. Here she can be seen sitting in various
What
different
happens?
poses, and even
Imagine a rip-off mobile game on a Nokia flip phone called Fatal Combat that's kinda like the Space Dudes game that's a knockoff of Space Invaders.
I would not be surprised if somebody made that.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and a huge shout out to Casey Valentine for giving me a hand with it. A link to his channel will be down in the description below.
Ah, Nuke's Top 5 is up next.
On March 6, 2015, Jennifer Grosbeck was driving home with her 18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge.
And you use the arrow keys and 1, 2 and 3 keys to fight and attack and stuff.
Most of the car was submerged in the icy water.
But it's like in 8-bit.
Jennifer Grosbeck passed away almost instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
Oh my god, is the baby okay?
On a screen even smaller than that of the Game Boy Color.
Oh damn.
What have you got? What have you got? But as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the 4 of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Hello? Oh, God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a baby, Brian. Pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Go, 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 go. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, "Help me." Do you know who that was?
We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, "Help me." That's why we responded saying, "We're trying. We're going to get inside and help you. We're doing the best we can."
We're helping. We're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all 4 of the early responders say that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping. We're coming.
Me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, "Help me."
Jennifer Grosbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter, Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She loved Lily with all her heart. She was the love of her life.
The emergency team that was on the scene
They say
says
there's
that
10
they
kinds of
simply
people
can't
in this world, those who understand binary coding and those who don't.
the thing down the hall. Oscar Nunez says that strange, unexplained
Well, I guess I'm one of the ones that don't.
all around his home. He believes that some sinister presence has attached itself to his family. One night, he and his wife
010 001 111 000.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Oh.
What if MKX Johnny Cage met MK11 Johnny Cage met MK1 Johnny Cage? What would happen?
They'd either get along well, they'd fight each other, or they'd fuck each other. Possibly not in that order.
For some odd reason, there are flies swarming all over their house. Oscar says that he can't think of any rational explanation. Another late night,
They'd fight it out to the death for the last pair of $500 sunglasses.
and sees something that chills him to his core.
Exactly.
Where's that kid going?
Or they who ask Soina for marriage.
He hears a strange noise and runs to his parents' bedroom, crying and wailing in fear.
No.
The boy tells his dad that he saw someone scary in the hallway. But did you see it? When Oscar checks his security footage, he sees a large figure that looks like a man just
Okay, I thought there was something there.
staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air.
Oh, hell no.
Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what this is. Frightful photobombs. This next weird story was discovered by the YouTube channel /podcast Haunted City Studios. So, a woman named Vernice posts on Facebook that she's been having some very odd experiences and thinks that some sort of spirit or entity has attached itself to her and her youngest daughter. Vernice says that recently when she takes a photo of her daughter, the pictures often come out very strange and disturbing. Vernice posted a few pictures that definitely make her point. First up, Vernice snapped this photo of her youngest daughter in the pool. She's being playfully dunked underwater by her sister, but she looks like this.
Oh my.
That's not right.
Ooh, that's weird.
The daughter's face looks like a horror special effect.
It really does.
It looks like a mask.
Right.
Deep set dark eyes, very pale skin. It's unsettling to look at because you're trying to make a normal face out of it and you just can't.
No.
As mentioned, for some odd reason in this photo, Bernice's daughter's face just, well, it doesn't look like a face. Bernice posted another photo she took of her young daughter crouching on the bed.
Oh my.
Nope. Nope. That's
Look at her
really,
face, though. Here's the thing.
Really weird.
Here's the thing.
Now that one could be easily explained by, you know.
It is very upsetting.
That first one was freaky, but this one here just looks like it got caught at just the right moment to look weird.
Now, if this is some dark spiritual attachment appearing in Bernice's photos, then it's not just limited to her daughter. When Bernice receives a speeding ticket in the mail from an automatic traffic camera, something odd shows up in that photo, too.
That's insane.
Yeah. There's a figure sitting next to her. It's very clear. And it actually, when I first saw it, I thought it was an old woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I saw.
But then, the more I look at it, the more I see kind of classic depictions of, you know, big head, small neck kind of entity.
I think there's two people in there. One's women, one's not.
Something with an abnormally large distorted head seems to be sitting in the passenger seat, right next to Bernice. So just what do you think is going on in all of Bernice's photos lately, even in pictures that she didn't take herself? Let me know what you think. The cabin in the woods. A man in Mexico named Antonio has a business where he builds, sells, and rents cabins in Mazamitla, Jalisco, Mexico. Late one night, he is working all alone outside an empty old cabin. Suddenly, he notices a strange flickering light coming from one of the windows. He pulls out his phone and records as he goes to check. And what he sees makes his blood run cold.
What?
Now, Antonio is completely alone. There's not supposed to be anyone inside the cabin. But as he watches in terror, he sees someone in the flickering light.
Oh, now I see it.
Slowly approaching the window as if to look out at him. And whoever this is has no discernible features and looks almost like a shadow even in the bright flickering light. Antonio gathers his courage and goes inside the cabin to investigate.
Enseñame, espérate. ¿Y tenemos a alguien? No hay nadie. No hay nadie.
Antonio is a bit nervous as he checks through the rooms, but the entire cabin is completely empty. Now, it should be noted that Antonio usually only uses his social media for his business, either to display properties he's worked on or cabins that he is renting. This is the only supernatural video that Antonio has ever posted. So, what do you think? Just who or what is this? From the shadows. This next video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewers Tuva and Sunniva from Norway. So Tuva says that she and her family moved into a new apartment in May of last year. And before this, they had never experienced anything paranormal. In fact, Tuva says that she and her sister Sunniva are very much skeptics. Or at least they were. Until this happened.
Ok, house tour. Så her er rommet mitt. Der sover jeg, der sover Tuva. Her er stua. Og det her...
Did you see it? As Sunava is recording a video house tour for a friend, there is something black and weird just standing in front of the apartment door. The figure is so shadowy that it blends right into the darkness, but Sunava says that she could easily see it with her naked eye. Sunava lets out a frightened gasp and jerks her phone back so hard that it hits her other hand and knocks out the microphone. Now, when the video is brightened a lot, you can see that whatever this is actually blocks out the light from the peephole in the door. Sister Tuva says that a woman who was a former tenant passed away in the apartment. So could this be her presence still occupying their home? You decide. Unexplained. This first video was captured by CCTV somewhere in rural New Jersey.
What the hell?
There's one bright light in the sky and another light almost seems to attack it. Now, I don't know if this is ball lightning or swamp gas or what the hell this might be. So, you tell me what you think. In this next video,
Or some kind of special effects they set up.
Camera caught something trying to yoink her bike.
Yoink her bike. That is weird.
And in this clip, a baby is crawling across the floor when something seems to pull its leg. Now, usually with these baby videos, I just think it's the baby moving in a weird way and no big deal. But this kid's leg moves back at a very odd angle, and the baby seems to be a bit upset by whatever's back there. But as always, you decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official.
This 4th of July, if I can find a fireworks shop that sells MATS or Roman candles, I'm gonna get extra practice arrows for my crossbow and duct tape and make some Ada Wong arrows.
Nice. That'd be awesome. Be careful with it though, you know. Don't blow your hand off, kid.
Named Jessica says that she has recently purchased a fun playhouse for her daughter that looks very similar to their own house, complete with its own motion-sensing doorbell camera.
I'm gonna show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door.
But since then, things around their house have gotten a little spooky. Jessica's
I'm
daughter
not
says
gonna
that she
blow my
sometimes
eye
sees
out.
a quote-unquote scary guy
I hope not.
in their house.
What guy? The guy is at the door. Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Or my hand off.
The guy?
He's in there.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
Aww.
Jessica's daughter claims that the scary guy is in her room, but Jess doesn't see anyone or anything. She just dismisses the whole incident as likely being her daughter's overactive imagination.
Worst case scenario, if that does happen, I can get an eye patch and make the bionic arm and just cosplay Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid V.
Oh, come on.
Freaks Jessica out. Jess is sitting in her living room when she suddenly receives a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's little playroom house. When Jessica checks the notification, what she sees is like something right out of a horror movie.
Her playhouse has a doorbell on it? Wonder how expensive that was.
$100.
Oh. Probably more than that. Yeah, I know everybody's waiting for that damn doll head to be turned around. Ooh. Well, it didn't turn around, but it got moved, and the hair got moved.
It is a playhouse or dollhouse.
It's a playhouse. Oh, the door's moving. Okay. That's why it's going back and forth.
Now a note on this clip. This is not a motion camera that pans around
Yeah.
the room on its own motor. This camera is actually attached to the playhouse door. So this back and forth motion means that the playhouse door is actually opening and closing. But it gets even weirder because the camera repeatedly catches a little playtime mannequin head in the corner of the playhouse, and its hair seems to be lifted up by some unseen force and then just suddenly drops back down. After this, Jessica has had about enough. She says that she took down the little playhouse, but her daughter still sometimes says that she sees the quote-unquote scary guy back in their house. Passing through, Facebook user Alicia Pinman posted this next creepy video to Facebook. She says that late one night her husband went to take their recycling out, but as he's walking back into the house, something happens that Alicia and her husband just can't explain. As Alicia's husband heads back to their house, an odd, creepy mist or apparition passes right behind him, possibly partially through him. As you can
I don't know, that looks fake.
husband feels something strange move by him, but he has no idea.
£540.
See the bizarre mist.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, that looks fake. I'm sorry.
After Alicia,
That looks like added in.
there were many theories as to what this could be, but there was no fog that night, and no one can figure out just what this odd mist is. What do you think? The jinn
Fake.
outside. A man in Pakistan named Abdullah says that a few times over the last few months, some very strange things have been happening in his house. Late one night while he is sleeping, things start to get really weird.
नाम बताओ पहले मुझे अपना नाम मेरा नाम अब्दुल्ला अपना नाम बताओ तुम्हारा अब्दुल्ला मैं हूं तुम नहीं हो नहीं खोलना मैंने
Oh hell no, that's a skinwalker. Don't open that door, dude. Don't open it! No, don't!
मगर मेरी एक बात याद रखना जहां से भी तुमने जो भी करना तुम
Something seems to plead with Abdullah to enter his room. Something that claims to actually be him. Abdullah believes that it might be a jinn or shapeshifter, as these entities are often said to imitate others to try to fool them. When Abdullah opens the door, something seems to actually come inside as a poster on the wall falls to the floor. Abdullah believes that a jinn might be attached to him, and that he might have made a terrible mistake by letting it in.
That's what I was saying. Don't open that door. You shouldn't have opened it.
Abdullah tries to prove what he is experiencing in a live stream.
And I thought I should just come live because some people just don't believe this thing. I've heard some knocking.
But unfortunately, nothing happens. But weeks later, Abdullah gets a strange visitor again, and he is terrified.
मैंने नहीं खोलना तुम्हें क्या क्या है तुम्हें भूख लगी या खाना खाओ मेरे मुझे तंग मत करो मैंने नहीं खोलना है
Stop opening the door, you fool!
Frightened, Abdullah stammers as he recites a verse from the Quran, but this only seems to make matters worse. He yanks the door open, and nothing there. After this last odd encounter, Abdullah says that he hasn't experienced anything since. But is this a jinn terrorizing poor Abdullah, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Scurry videos.
Scurry!
A few more funny and/or weird videos to end out this list. So sometimes ghosts move things and moan and just generally make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
But when the people in the house are a little too loud, the ghost can get a bit pissy.
Oh! The kid was not seriously hurt. He got right back up and ran some more. Oh, okay, good. Because that looked like he just bashed the hell out of his shin.
So did a ghost just take that running kid out? Who knows? But probably not. Anyway, sometimes at Halloween, you might try to scare your friend with a creepy mask. But he might have the same idea.
Double prank. They scared each other.
Finally, sometimes your ghost hunt in an old building might find a, not ghost.
Oh, there's a TV. Why did you close that? The skinwalker?
Oh, hell.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully
He's like, oh, hey, man, what's up?
I will see you back next time.
The skinwalker? Oh my god! What the? What the?
Mm-mm-mm. Good old Nuke's Top 5. Always entertaining.
Some pictures are more than meets the eye. They tell stories of horror, mystery, and misfortune. Today, we're diving into some of the most unsettling photos ever captured. From the haunting face of South Korea's infamous Black Widow, to the chilling aftermath of the doomed MS Estonia, and perhaps the most disturbing ink blot test you'll ever see. These
Is the
images
right
have to
amount
stay
for a
with you
playhouse
long
with a
after the video
bell?
ends. But just before we get into it,
Could be.
have you ever gotten an email saying your password's been part of a data breach? Or maybe you've started getting an insane amount of spam calls and texts out of nowhere. The same happened to me, back when I was getting 3 AM calls from someone claiming to be from Microsoft support, even though I use a Mac. That's when I knew my info was out there, and was frustrated to learn that it's the fault of big companies with terrible security. They're careless with our data, and are getting hacked every single day, and as a result, your personal information is being sold on the dark web. And the worst part, these companies face zero consequences. If our governments won't do anything to stop them playing fast and loose with our data, then it's up to us to protect ourselves. That's why I use the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura does all the hard work for me. They find and remove my personal info from data broker sites, so it can't be sold to people with nefarious intentions. In just a few weeks, a Google search showed way less of my data floating around. Aura also monitors the dark web 24/7, alerting me the moment they find my info exposed, and if anyone tries to access my credit or bank accounts using it, I'll know before the damage is done. Plus, they offer up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, just in case. Oh, and Aura also have a VPN with over 100 virtual locations, so why pay for multiple services when you can get all that in one app? You can go to my link, aura.com/lazy, to try Aura for 14 days completely free. That'll be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data is exposed. Find that link in the description and start protecting yourself today. Nestled snugly between Miami and Fort Lauderdale lies the USA's other Hollywood, the palm-dotted East Coast city of Hollywood, Florida, known for its long sunny days, even longer sandy beaches.
I didn't even know there was a
and
Hollywood,
some
Florida.
colorful residents, like the infamous Bjork stalker, Ricardo Lopez.
Oh, that guy.
Indeed, although it might seem like paradise, Hollywood's crime rate is significantly higher than the national average. And so perhaps it's no surprise that the city was also the backdrop for another of America's most depraved incidents. At 12:30 p.m. on July 27, 1981, 6-year-old Adam Walsh and his mother, Reve, entered the Hollywood Mall, now known as the Hollywood Hills Plaza, and made their way to Sears. While Reve spoke with a member of staff about a lamp on sale, Adam hung back in the toy department, and specifically at the store's Atari 2600 kiosk, where several other boys were taking turns playing video games. After Reve finished her errand, she returned to the Atari kiosk, but Adam and the other youngsters were nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh.
Reve found an employee and had Adam paged over the PA system, though it soon became clear he wasn't in the store anymore. She ran from shop to shop looking for him, when by chance she ran into her mother-in-law, Jean Walsh, who immediately joined the frantic search. Police station just across the street arrived to investigate. Reve insisted that she had only left Adam at the kiosk for 10 minutes at most, though a store employee claimed it had been closer to an hour. With no way of knowing how far he may have gone in that time, authorities launched a massive manhunt. Helicopters, canal boats, 50 officers, and 100 volunteers scoured the area, but there was no sign of Adam anywhere. According to the store manager, while Reve was inquiring about the lamp, a scuffle had broken out at the Atari console. Several boys were seen arguing over whose turn it was to play, and the store's young and inexperienced security guard stepped in to break it up. Assuming Adam was part of their group, he ushered all of them out through the west exit and into the parking lot. 6-year-old Adam, who was too shy to speak up, did as he was told. outside, the other boys quickly scattered, leaving Adam by himself. Later, multiple witnesses came forward.
Who would
claiming
win,
they saw a
Shao
tall,
Kahn or
white
Johnny
male in his
Cage?
40s, leading Adam to
Johnny.
his vehicle. Frustratingly, no one caught the license plate. Adam's parents, John and Reve Walsh, were left feeling helpless. At the time, the FBI's national database could track stolen cars and even stolen horses, but not stolen kids.
We are Team Johnny.
There was no centralized system for law enforcement agencies to share information on abductions at all. 2 men were questioned in connection with Adam's disappearance, including a man rumored to be having an affair with Reve and the son of a family friend who had been acting strangely, but both were ultimately cleared. For 2 agonizing weeks, Adam's whereabouts remained a mystery. Then, on August 10th, that mystery took a horrifying turn.
Oh no.
A severed head was discovered in a drainage canal.
Oh, Jesus.
In Berry Beach, about 125 miles from Hollywood. Despite this grim discovery, John and Reve Walsh appeared on national television the next morning, still clinging to hope that Adam was alive. But just after their appeal went out, the authorities confirmed the worst.
Oh.
The head belonged to Adam.
Jesus.
The coroner ruled Adam's COD as asphyxiation and determined that his life had ended several days before his head was found. The rest of his body was never recovered. It wouldn't be until 2 years later that a suspect finally emerged. Otis Toole, a convicted serial killer and drifter, already serving time on unrelated charges. While behind bars, Otis had confessed to multiple murders, and now he was claiming responsibility for Adams. Speaking with investigators, Otis described what happened that fateful afternoon. He said that he had spotted Adam standing alone outside Sears and lured him into his white 1971 Cadillac sedan DeVille with promises of toys and candy. Waiting inside the vehicle was his partner in crime, Henry Lee Lucas. Together,
Oh!
Interstate 95 towards.
I thought that name sounded familiar. Otis Toole. I thought that name sounded familiar.
Jackson. Otis's bizarre plan, he later claimed, was to make Adam his adopted son. Initially compliant, Adam began to panic during the drive, and, unable to calm him down, the boy's captors drove him to a remote service road in northwest St. Lucie County, where Otis strangled him with a seatbelt, and Henry sliced off his head with a machete.
Jesus Christ.
Otis later buried Adam's torso and disposed of his head separately, after keeping it in the back of his car for several days. It seemed like law enforcement had their man. Otis not only fit the physical description of the perpetrator, but he was also known to have been in the area on the day that Adam vanished. But there was a problem. His story was riddled with inconsistencies. And for one, his supposed accomplice, Henry Lee Lucas, was already in prison on the day Adam was taken. On top of that, the coroner believed that Adam hadn't been butchered the day he vanished, but may have been kept alive for as long as 11 days. When confronted with these contradictions, Otis changed his story. He now claimed that he had acted alone, and that after keeping Adam at his home in Jacksonville for a while, he took the boy's life, burned his body, and ate parts of it. But when he was asked to pick out Adam's photo from a lineup, he failed, explaining that he had been too drunk at the time to remember the boy's face. Otis clearly wasn't telling the whole story. Many questioned whether he was telling the truth at all. Both he and his longtime accomplice, Henry, were notorious for making false confessions, only to later retract them. And beyond that, Adam's murder didn't even match their usual MO. While investigators did find blood on the carpet of Otis's car, they were unable to determine its source. Worse yet, the police had mishandled key pieces of evidence. The bloodstained carpet, lost. The machete allegedly used in the crime, gone. Even the car itself, sold to a junkyard for $50. With no physical evidence to back up Otis's confession, authorities deemed his admission unreliable, and he was never formally charged. In 1996, Otis Toole died of cirrhosis at the age of 49, while serving 5 life sentences for other slayings. Over the years, he confessed multiple times to taking Adam Walsh's life. Then again, He also claimed responsibility for nearly every unsolved homicide in the US since the mid-1970s. But on his deathbed, Otis made one final, private confession to his niece, insisting that he was responsible for ending Adam's life, and that he got away with it thanks to police incompetence. For years, Adam's case remained officially unsolved. Determined to uncover the truth, his parents hired retired Miami detective Joe Matthews to conduct an independent investigation. Detective Matthews re-examined overlooked evidence, including a set of 98 undeveloped photos from Otis Toole's car, taken at the time of his initial arrest. One image in particular stood out, an interior shot of the Cadillac's rear carpet, where lumen, a chemical used to detect traces of blood, had revealed a chilling pattern. So, let me ask you, can you see anything in this macabre Rorschach test?
I kind of see some face. I see a face, yeah.
This is the image of Adam's face, left behind on the carpet after his head was tossed onto the car's rear footwell.
Oh my god.
You can actually see his image, Matthews wrote in his book, Bringing Adam Home. It's as clear as the shrouded tomb. Now, could this be a case of pareidolia, the psychological phenomenon where the brain sees familiar patterns, like faces, where they don't actually exist? Maybe. But one thing is certain. There was a significant amount of blood on Otis Toole's floorboard. Unfortunately, forensic technology at the time wasn't advanced enough to determine whether the blood belonged to Adam or one of his other victims, and by the time DNA analysis had progressed enough to test it, the carpet, along with the rest of the car, had vanished. In 2008, with new police chief Chad Wagner at the helm, authorities conducted a thorough review of Adam's case. Then, on December 16th, the chief officially announced that Otis Toole was responsible for Adam's slaying. He cited overwhelming circumstantial evidence and the findings of the Matthews investigation as the basis for his conclusion. But not everyone was convinced. Given Otis Toole's history of false confessions and the loss of so much critical evidence, many questioned the chief's verdict. Some believe the true culprit was never caught. A few even suspect Jeffrey Dahmer, who was in the area at the time. Whatever the truth, the Walsh family were finally permitted to reclaim Adam's head, which had been kept in the morgue as evidence for the past 27 years, and were finally able to give him a proper burial. His parents, John and Rebecca, turned their grief into action, helping found the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. His father even became the host of America's Most Wanted, aiding in the capture of over 1,100 fugitives and reuniting missing children with their families. Adam Walsh's story not only reshaped the way that missing children cases are handled, but also ignited a movement that saved countless lives. And though questions still linger about the true identity of his killer, his legacy, at least, still lives on. On Wednesday, September 28th, 1994, the MS Estonia, the massive cruise ferry carrying 989 souls, was making a routine trip across the Baltic Sea, traveling from Tallinn to Stockholm. But that night, the voyage was anything but smooth. An autumn storm had rolled in, and powerful waves battered the vessel as it pushed through the rough waters. Most passengers, feeling the ship's relentless swaying, had opted to stay in their cabins, hoping to sleep through the storm. That is, until approximately 1 a.m., when a loud, metallic bang echoed through the bow walls. Over the next 10 minutes, more passengers and crew reported hearing unsettling noises reverberating throughout the ship. Deep, ominous clangs, as if something massive was shifting or breaking apart. At approximately 1:14, disaster struck. The ship's visor, a 50-ton structure that sealed the front of the vessel, is believed to have torn away from the ship, ripping open the loading room behind it. Water surged onto the vehicle deck.
Are you okay, Goth?
The MS Estonia.
Yeah, why?
Heavily to starboard. At 1:20 p.m., the ship's public address system crackled to life. A quiet, female voice came through the speakers, speaking in Estonian.
Am I just being quiet? I'm doing stuff while I'm also listening.
Instead of immediately broadcasting a universal distress signal, the MS Estonia first attempted...
You guys are being too quiet. Talk. Comment. Engage.
Third mate Andres Towns took over communications with the Estonia, and the conversation shifted to Finnish.
Okay, Goth. You heard the streamer. I'm currently grinding on Fortnite for Sub-Zero LOL.
Oh, well, good luck. I hope you get him, I weeb.
Details about the ship's worsening condition, but there was one critical problem. He couldn't provide Estonia's exact location. A power outage had disabled vital navigation equipment, leaving the vessel in the dark. This caused a delay in rescue efforts. A few minutes later, power briefly returned to the ship. Or possibly, someone on the bridge managed to reach the starboard side and check the marine GPS, which can display a ship's location, even in blackout conditions. With this, Andres was finally able to transmit the Estonia's coordinates. In Finnish, a haunting, desperate transmission crackled through the speakers. Andres Towns would not survive the sinking. Initially tilting at 15 degrees, the Estonia Celeste rapidly worsened, reaching 60 degrees by 1:30. Passengers screamed, ran from their cabins, and scrambled for any way to escape. One survivor later recalled, "It was clear there was no rescue operation. You knew you had to get off that ship yourself." Then the ship lurched to port and slowed before losing power entirely as all 4 engines failed. In near total darkness, the
Scary.
rapid flooding and extreme tilt made it nearly impossible for most passengers to reach the upper deck. Stairwells turned into waterfalls, and corridors became death traps as decks filled with water in seconds. By 1:50 a.m., the MS Estonia was at a 90-degree tilt. The ship sank approximately 41 kilometers south of Uto Island, Finland. Another boat, the Mariella, arrived at 2:12 a.m., and the first rescue helicopters arrived at 3:05. Of the 989 people aboard the Estonia, 852 perished. Most never even made it topside. They were pulled under with the ship, their bodies.
Have you watched Prison Break?
Of the 310 passengers who did reach the top deck, only 137 survived. The rest fell victim to hypothermia or drowned in the freezing Baltic waters while awaiting rescue. One of the men who went into those frigid waters, having not made it into a life raft, was Mikko, a truck driver who still had his camera on hand. Knowing that he had soon succumbed to the cold, he began taking pictures, hoping that his camera's flash would catch the attention of passing ships. As he did, he inadvertently caught these haunting pictures of another man sitting in the upturned hull of the ship. That man was later identified as Jan Assa.
Oh man.
Though the film was heavily damaged by seawater, these 2 images survived, as did the 2 men. Both Mikkel and Jan managed to swim to a life raft.
Oh good.
But even there, the horror continued. As they waited for rescue, several of their raft mates froze to death around them. The sinking of MS Estonia stands as the 3rd deadliest peacetime sinking of a European vessel, surpassed only by the RMS Empress of Ireland and the RMS Titanic.
I am playing MK11. I am playing as Spawn and fighting for Jin.
Oh, cool.
Born in Seoul in 1976, Nsu showed signs of being a textbook narcissist from a young age.
Ugh.
She was demanding, entitled, and utterly indifferent to the people around her. If a luxury item caught her eye, she had to have it. If she craved a certain food, she had to eat it immediately. And if she wanted something that wasn't hers, well, she simply took it.
It's gonna soon be hers.
Malfuigen, not the woman.
Get what she wanted.
Yes, I know.
Drugging a friend with sleeping pills, just to steal her credit card and go on a shopping spree. Money always mattered more to Izuku than loyalty. A trait that would come to define her. After graduating high school in 1995,
Spawn was easy the best MK11 Gerst
began a career
character.
as an insurance plan.
Oh.
Those who knew her claimed that other women were jealous of her tall frame, slender figure, and most of all, her striking eyes, comparing her to actress Park Shin-hye. And Insu certainly knew how to use those features to her advantage. She had a habit of flirting with men, charming them into buying her expensive gifts, even when they couldn't really afford to. Before long, she met a man, Mr. Lee, an employee at a nearby moving company. The two quickly began dating.
Beaks hue of the cage and guns and the outfit.
Not long after, Insu became pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Despite being in their early 20s, the couple decided to get married. There was just one problem. While Lee wasn't poor, he wasn't exactly wealthy either, and Insu had expensive taste.
Uh-oh.
After the birth of their daughter, Insu moved back in with her parents, leaving Lee to raise the
And
child.
it Omni-Man voice actor.
In 1998, when her father passed away, she wasted no time in taking his credit card and spending his money on frivolous purchases, all without consulting her mother or siblings. This caused a major rift in the family, and Insu was ultimately...
What about Omni-Man's voice actor?
Despite working extra shifts and barely spending any money on himself, Lee could never
J.K.
satisfy his hunger for
Simmons.
luxury. Their arguments over money became a constant battle, one that would only escalate in the years to come. But then, on February 17th,
J.K. Simmons voiced Spawn.
No, he didn't.
fell down the stairs.
No. I don't know why you think that's him, but it's not him. It's Keith David, the guy who always did Spawn's voice.
Their home and died. It was reported as an accident. But coincidentally, it was around the time that Insu's criminal activity took a dark and calculated turn. 2 months after the loss of her daughter, the supposedly grieving mother visited a psychiatrist, complaining of encroaching dark thoughts. She was prescribed lorazepam, which in her dosage can cause memory loss, and Alpha tablets, known to induce blurred vision, muscle relaxation, and in very high doses, coma. But Insuk had no intention of taking the medication herself. Instead, the moment she got her prescription, she took out 4 separate life and accident insurance policies on her husband, ensuring that she was listed as the sole beneficiary. You see, since her husband had a visual impairment in one eye, he was prone to accidents, and Insuk planned to use that to her advantage. That very evening, she crushed up her pills and slipped a dangerously high dose of the powder into Lee's drink, knocking her unconscious. Her witch's brew not only worked, but left Lee completely at her mercy. Over the next few weeks, Insuk continued to secretly drug her husband. Lee grew increasingly concerned that he was blacking out for no reason and waking up with bruises, concussions, and amnesia. Little did he know that while he was unconscious, his wife was
My bad, not
pushing him
hate
down the
me.
stairs or slamming
No,
his
it's
head on
fine.
the floor, inflicting just enough damage to file fraudulent insurance claims, pocketing a few $100s each time. But a few $100s wasn't going to cut it, and so, one day, she decided to up the ante. After knocking Lee out once again, Insuk took a sharp metal safety pin, gently approached her sleeping husband, and pricked him in both of his eyes.
Ew!
Blinding him. This wife from hell had done her homework. She knew that aside from death, the highest payments came from claims involving permanent blindness.
Oh my god.
While Lee recovered in hospital, Insuk played the role of the devoted wife flawlessly. Medical staff marveled at her dedication, thinking her to be an angel by her husband's side, unaware that she was weaponizing the halo around her.
Hoping Spawn makes an appearance in the Invincible this season, but I doubt
Sudden
it.
influx of cash in Insuk's bank account. No one even thought to question her. After all, she had the perfect disguise. A trustworthy face, a soft voice, an innocent demeanor. Even her own in-laws believed
Them wicked womanly wiles.
For 2 years, Insoo meticulously staged accident after accident, managing to collect a total of 58 insurance payouts. Because of her previous experience working at an insurance
In the comics, Mark
she knew how to
Grayson killed
strategically spread
Spawn.
out the policies across different providers to avoid detection and tracking. And because the
Oh.
doctors always agreed that there was nothing suspicious about Lee's injuries, the providers couldn't deny her claims. As far as doctors were concerned, Lee was simply a blind man who frequently tripped in the kitchen or fell on the stairs. During those 2 years, Insoo lived the high life, splurging on shopping sprees, indulging in Soul's vibrant life, and
Nose
burning
itch.
through Lee's insurance payments like pocket change. All while
It was a variant of Mark, if I remember.
trapped in permanent darkness. But when the money began to dry up, Insoo escalated her cruelty. While Lee slept, she poured hot oil over his face or stabbed him in the stomach, each time convincing doctors, family members, and even investigators that he had done it to himself.
At @weeb_, you're right.
They believed her. Eventually, Lee's condition worsened due to
God, this
complications
poor
from
man.
sickness, and he passed away on March 25th, 2002. After her husband's death, Insoo collected a hefty 34 million won life insurance payout, equivalent to about $200,000. Now single again, the 24-year-old decided to invest in her future.
His poor man.
By opening a savings account or buying property. Instead, she set her sights on finding a new husband, one whose life she could eventually cash in. Just 1 month after Lee's passing, Insoo went to a nightclub where she met Mr. Hong, a former athlete from Dongdaemun-gu. The pair fell in love, and before long, moved in together. Hong's friends and family were immediately charmed by his new girlfriend. The moment I saw her, I was shocked, his brother later recalled. Wow, she's beautiful, I thought. Wherever she walked, people turned to look. With makeup, she looked sultry and alluring. Without it, she was pure and innocent. From head to toe, she was covered in luxury brands. Hermes, Prada. Little did anyone realize that behind the designer clothes and practiced smile was a cold and calculated monster. One afternoon, Insoo drugged Mr. Hong, knocking him out as she had done to Mr. Lee. Then she pushed him down a flight of stairs, fracturing his coccyx.
Oh no.
While he was still in recovery, Insoo slipped out to the district office, alone, and secretly registered their marriage. Now listed as his legal wife, she was entitled to the insurance policies that she had just taken out on him. Then, history repeated itself. After becoming pregnant with Hong's child, Insoo started drugging him regularly. In an almost unbelievable act of cruelty, she pulled the same horrific trick, taking a safety pin and piercing both of his eyes. Even more unbelievably, nobody realized that the same woman who cared for blind Mr. Lee before his death was now responsible for Mr. Hong's lost sight. Had they seen that pattern, had they put the pieces together, then they could have prevented what came next. While Hong recovered in hospital, his parents came to visit. Aside from his lost vision, he was physically healthy, and all things considered, seemed to be in good spirits. All the while, Insoo sat dutifully by his side, giving an Oscar-worthy performance, playing the role of the devoted wife. But after his discharge, things took a sinister turn. Hong began frequently calling his mother, complaining of a constant, unexplained pain. Insoo had secretly been injecting him with a mysterious substance, one which slowly rotted his flesh from the inside.
Oh!
Looking back now, I think he knew, Hong's mother later recalled. He started calling us more often, asking us to
Did
come and visit.
MK1 get the same actor of Conan of the same guy?
Every time he said that, she
I
would
think.
stay with him.
I think that's what they said.
On February 12th, 2003, Hong mysteriously passed away. To silence any lingering suspicion from her new in-laws, Insoo orchestrated a soul wedding, a ceremonial marriage between her and the recently deceased Hong. However, after giving birth to their son, she cut all contact with Hong's family, severing any remaining ties, and walking away with a generous insurance payout. But just like before, the money didn't last. After blowing it all on designer brands, beauty treatments, and lavish parties, Insuk found herself in dire straits once again. She knew that another husband's sudden death might raise suspicion. So, instead, the Black Widow decided that her next victims should be her own flesh and blood.
Oh no.
Using her newborn son as a bargaining chip, Insuk managed to worm her way back into her mother's life, convincing her to forget about past betrayals and weaseling her way back in to the family's Namyangju apartment. Then, on the afternoon of July 26, 2003, Insuk poured her mother a cup of pomegranate juice, smiling as she handed it over. "It'll be good for your health," she assured her. You can guess what she had slipped inside.
MK1 did the same as MK11.
And pierced her eyes. 4 months later, she pulled the same sickening stunt on her elder brother, knocking him out and then pouring acid onto his eyes. In both cases,
And
Insuk
get Chris.
filed fraudulent insurance claims in their names and pocketed the payouts. But even that wasn't enough for her. After all, lives are more valuable than eyes. While her brother lay recovering in the hospital, she tried to inject poison directly into his IV.
What the hell, man?
That thankfully failed. After a long period of radio
How is nobody seeing anything suspicious about all this? Seriously.
finally see her grandson. However, when she arrived and saw Insuk's mother and brother sitting in darkness, both as blind as her son had been, she knew for a fact
His
that
woman
all
is
hadn't
creepy.
passed from natural causes.
She's insane.
But though she tried to alert the authorities, they failed to act. In December 2004, Insuk secretly sold the family apartment for 95 million won. But when her mother
Like the
and two
Joker.
brothers started asking too many questions, she knew that she had to act fast. She had already received a down payment, so solution? Burn the entire apartment down, with all
Oh my
three of her
God.
family members inside. Of course, she wasn't about to commit arson for free, so before carrying out her plan, she took out a fire insurance policy on the property. This time, her plan didn't go as expected.
Oh?
Although they suffered serious burns, all three of her family members miraculously survived.
Oh.
Now homeless, Insuk exploited the kindness of her housekeeper and babysitter, Mrs. Kang, convincing her to let her stay at her home. But when Mrs. Kang understandably asked her to leave 3 weeks later, Insuk responded in the only way she knew how, by setting the house on fire.
Jesus.
The difference was, she hadn't set this blaze out of greed, but instead out of spite. The flames incinerated Mrs. Kang's husband and left both the housekeeper and her children severely injured. But unbelievably, Insuk wasn't finished yet. Days later, she went to the burns treatment facility where Mrs. Kang and her children were recovering, bringing with her a can of gasoline. Insuk tried to set fire to their hospital room. This time, CCTV cameras were watching.
Are you going to watch Josh Dubs?
Proper investigation into Insuk's actions.
Nah, I think we got our fill last time.
For why she started the fire, claiming she felt driven to do so because she could see her daughter's spirit through the flames. Though they continued keeping an eye on her, the authorities chose not to detain her at this point. Even while under investigation for attempted arson, Insuk committed further crimes, such as sneaking into the house of a friend to commit theft, and blinding an acquaintance who had lent her some money, and who had the gall to ask for it back. Her son also passed away at the same time, officially from Kawasaki disease, though it's worth noting that Kawasaki only has a 0.01% mortality rate in South Korea, so it's suspected that she had simply had enough of paying for his hospital fees and poisoned him. On April 19th, 2005, Yumin Suk was finally arrested. A long list of charges included slaying 3 people and blinding or burning 7 others. She was never formally charged in connection with the past.
We are the Green Gang.
At the time of her arrest, officers found her in the company of yet another man, one she was actively trying to lure to her web. During her interrogation, Insuk put on a theatrical display, dramatically pretending to faint in an attempt to garner sympathy. When that didn't work, she went a step further and wet herself. It was during that very round of questioning that officers snapped this infamous image of Insuk. For years, it was the only photo of her made available to the public. Following the Meyang Middle School incident, South Korean authorities had implemented strict laws to protect the identities of even the most heinous of criminals. As a result, news outlets were banned from publishing any uncensored images of her face. It wasn't until 2024, nearly 2 decades after her arrest, that an unedited version of this photo was finally made public, alongside other previously blurred images of Young In-suk. As if the South
She
Korean
was
police
lovely.
didn't have a bad enough reputation before all this, the detectives working In-suk's case couldn't help but focus on her looks during interviews, with one of her interrogators saying, "She has the kind of looks that any man would fall in love with at least once," and another chiming in, "I used to see a lot of celebrities, but this is the first time I've seen such a beautiful woman." Investigators also praised In-suk's intelligence, saying that anyone who could evade capture for 5 years must be brilliant. Though, let's be honest.
No,
In-suk
you
was
guys.
skilled in the art of deception, but it wasn't her intelligence that kept her out.
You guys are just incompetent.
It was police incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
Before her trial, authorities had In-suk take the PCLR psychopathy test, which is traditionally scored out of 40. In South Korea, a score of 25 or higher is enough to classify someone as a psychopath. In-suk scored a perfect 40. Some experts
A perfect 40, wow.
dark triad personality type, a rare combination of subclinical psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. In court, In-suk tried every trick.
Going to my phone on charge, fabulous Twitch streamer.
Attempting to use
Alright.
her diagnosis to her advantage, but ultimately she was deemed fully competent to stand trial. When that failed, she switched tactics, claiming both of her husbands had beat her and that she killed them in self-defense. That strategy didn't work either. Then she weaved an intricate story about how she needed the money because she was actually hooked on some expensive substances, and so she shouldn't be held fully responsible for her actions. The world's smallest violin echoed through the court. Finally, in late 2005, a then 29-year-old Yoon In-suk was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison.
Good.
She chose not to apologize to her victims or their families. Today, In-suk is serving her sentence in the Cheongju Women's Prison, where, according to reports, she complains about the unbranded clothes and cheap toiletries she's provided, and often gets into fights with other inmates. Poetically, she's said to have lost an eye while doing so.
Damn. Ah, karma, bitch. Karma.
Hey guys, Lizzie here, and thank you very much for listening. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon, especially my biggest supporters. George Lopez, Holly Lyons, Zach Horgan, Adelstay Tristerson, Alana Pons, Asia Mina.
I doubt that's the real George Lopez. Probably just some guy who has the same name.
Farewell Tattoos Jack Seville, Gina Valer, Grace Archie, Hamish, Ian Biller, Itai Allen, LJB, Misty Blue Longy, Peter Lodrich, Pray to Jesus, TNS Mum, Terry Ford, and Yokai. Thank you guys so much for your continued support.
Let's see. We got anything else? And we'll just watch this one real quick, and then I guess I'll call it.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Roger Craig Smith, and we are going to break down my most iconic roles, which, for a guy with really bad self-esteem, is just sort of weird to even use the term iconic. It's just roles that I've done that you may have heard of feels better to me, but most iconic roles. We'll go with that. It's fine. It's not my show.
Just hit LVL 69 in fort.
Nice.
Batman. I've used the word surreal so many times to describe what that was like, but getting the call that you got cast as the voice of Batman in an upcoming game is both exhilarating and scary as all get out, because you know that Kevin Conroy has established this character so much in the animated world, in the interactive world.
Mm-hmm.
Every decision you've ever made ends with death and misery.
And that so many other people have lent their voice to this character.
Rip to a legend.
That it's going to be like, what a cool feather in your cap from a career perspective, but also, man, oh man, oh man.
Going from Sonic to Batman is crazy, LOL.
Fans will understand what we were attempting to do with this particular project, that kind of thing. But so the interesting part about sort of taking on the role and even going through the audition process was how much we kind of tried to mess with the voice print, because of the fact that so many sort of versions of Batman have existed. So the idea that we were going to just do a certain delivery style might not have worked well. So we spent a considerable amount of time. I would say the first week of sessions, we really tried to kind of dial in what version of Batman we wanted to kind of emulate, because obviously you've got like the Christian Bale version, and we kind of even toyed around with a little more throaty, gravelly kind of stuff.
If I get him to you, can you get him to talk?
What you will hear in the game, there's moments when he picks Joker up and says, you know, how many lives did you just take?
How many lives did you just take?
It sprinkles in a little bit of that version of it, because we wanted it to be a familiar Batman, but also unique to this origin story.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting to kind of go through that process. It was like in the audition process, you're trying different things. You're
It
taking
origins.
different approaches to how you would deliver a certain line, trying to give them variations on it and be malleable. But yeah, we clearly took our time on that first week. I just recall us trying to go down a few different paths as far as
I
which
have
version
played
we were gonna
it.
go with, and we finally settled on something that would make
On
really
the
good
Will
sense
You.
for it being, since it's an origin story. This is where we can understand that this version of Batman will be what Kevin, and with Troy's performance as Joker, what Mark had established as the Joker, that we go, okay, I can see where these characters would become.
Never
those
got to
characters
play
that we know,
Origins, sadly.
especially in the Arkham universe. So I work where I step into the booth and the director is going to tell me.
I've only played the first Arkham game and a little bit of the second one.
You know, I'm a hired gun in reality, so I'm not going to step in and go, here's this version of this character that I do the way that I do. In comparison to, say, Arkham Origins to Batman Unlimited, that would have been a too aggressive version of Batman for something that was more family friendly. Or when it comes to, obviously, Superman Red Sun, spoiler alert, very different version of Batman than I've ever played for a number of different reasons. You got the accent for one.
Now she's as obedient to me as those poor
His voice.
dissidents are to you.
It's
Hey!
First one might be my favorite.
Tenzin! What's up, Ten?
Sustave one fish Wesker, sustave one drink, sustave one drink, sustave one drink, sustave one fish Wesker.
Nice emotes.
What version of this character we want to conjure up, and a lot of things can influence that, so I just try to be as ready for anything as possible, while also speaking up if I feel like this feels out of character. You know, I've always said, you know, that there's this box that these characters sort of live in, that you can play around only so much before it starts to really kind of feel like, no, that just doesn't feel right for the character. And that's where maybe I would take a stand if I felt like we were doing anything like that. But with these types of characters, it's so rare that you would have somebody do anything like that. You might have somebody do that for like a marketing, aspect, or somebody who doesn't understand.
I have played Arkham City and Arkham Asylum and Origins Arkham Knight.
But no, in everything I've been a part of, it's always just a big collaborative effort on the part of the production staff, director, myself. We work together to figure out what version of this character we're
Played City like 10 times over on the PS3 back in the day.
Yay, Chris! My boo! My daddy! Damn, played it 10 times.
There is one thing I do know.
Rip Kevin.
I have a job to
Yeah.
do, and I'm gonna see it through.
Ah, Chris Redfield.
What the hell, go?
As I look back on Resident
What?
Evil 5, I think one of my favorite moments.
What do you mean? What the hell, what?
With Stephanie Shea and Liam O'Brien, who were directing me on this project, and Liam happened to be on the other side of the glass. In one of
It
these
got to a
sessions,
point to where I could
this
recite
is
the
arguably
first hour
this is
or
gonna be
two
the
of
first
the
big
game when I
video
was
game role
bored.
I had ever
Yeah, I know what that's like.
I honestly hadn't had too much experience
With the
whole
Kevin
Resident Evil series
part.
leading up to that.
Like every dialogue and shit.
What Kevin part? What did I say?
All of a sudden, it's like I'm in this session with Liam, and I just kind of paused, and I was like, "There's gonna be like."
I do that every time I play old Silent Hill 2. I'm always reciting the lines along with them.
Yeah,
No, I was talking about Chris, dude.
probably gonna be a few people checking this one out, kind of thing.
I said Chris's daddy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That whole thing was such a there was one of the first like big long form facial motion capture jobs that I had done. It was kind of early on in some of that facial motion capture technology, so we were.
Oh, I didn't know he did the mocap, face cap.
And all that stuff. So there was a long process involved.
You're horny, we know, tongue poking smiley.
And they would constantly fall off.
Oh, shut up. All I have to say is park to you, and you got no room to talk.
For the data that they need for the computer versus delivering a performance, because you don't want everything to sound like this. It's funny, whenever I always go back to the experience that I had being in the booth, working with the people that I worked with, and the sort of friendships and the bonds that are
You
created
right, you
in those
right.
moments.
Uh-huh, see, told ya.
I think back to a lot of really fond memories of goofing off with Stephanie and Liam in the
Say
booth and having a good time.
Haven't dropped 30 on the Spickle edition of Bo 6 though.
But yeah, Chris was
Mm.
just like, what a cool thing to be able to be a
Maybe you better.
Only way you can get a
outlandish sort of
Yeah.
stories and punching boulders and all that.
Punching boulders. Do it! Do it! Yes! Macho man.
It's a really cool role, and just I need an egg.
Goror is my daddy.
Say that over and over
Hey yo.
again, you know, in that Chris voice. Give me an egg. I need
Give me an egg.
Never gets old.
if mods were allowed in COD though.
And I go in for eggs. I don't
A
just
troop
say,
for evil, a troop for evil, a troop for evil.
Oh, you can't use mods in. I mean, I know you probably can't use them in online play, obviously.
Big Daddy Goror.
Like I know you. Yeah, I know you can't use them in online play, but you can't even use any in campaign mode. Damn. Tenzin can do Wesker saying, "Give me an egg." You will give me an egg.
Always online is such a good choice for gaming, am I right?
Oh, it's one of those games. Even if you're just playing by yourself, they still need the online connection. Man, that's stupid.
eggs. You gotta go up to somebody and go, I need an egg. Give me an egg. That's the way
Give me an egg.
that and pressing
You will
the
give
button
me
over
an
and over again
egg.
so I could hear,
You're right.
Sheva constantly saying my name. Roger. That never got old for me.
I get lagging zombies by myself like.
It's my name.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, say it again. Alright, Sheva. Roger. Yeah.
Give me an egg. EZIO.
Ah, yes.
Goat.
NGO Day for NG, NGO out of tour.
He said it with a country accent. I gotta hear that again.
Ah, yes. NGO Day for NG, NGO out of tour. Ezio. This is another one of those roles where I just think back to the camaraderie, the joy of getting to work with people that I became good friends with as a result of being introduced to this character, this franchise, the project.
Bro,
This was
his
a nice
vocal
one for me
range.
because there was a version of, well, you're not my Ezio. There wasn't he was a brand new character that we were getting a chance
How
to
he
kinda create
sounded
from
when he
scratch.
was a young shitter
And,
Ezio.
and there were genuine moments where I was given a chance to try to really connect with things and to deliver lines in a way that I would like to try to do something to bring about an element of heart.
And then the old man in Revelations.
Oh.
Can't ask you to sacrifice your children.
Nobody's sacrificing anything. Go get them back for me, Ezio.
Like I said earlier, with like a character like a Batman or a Sonic, there's certain things you do that you feel like, well, this would be canon or this would be in character. This makes sense to this version of the character, but you can't go too far beyond it. Whereas with a new character, you're kind of establishing it. And so I don't know that it's so much of a challenge with a new character as it is just at least a unique.
They better have Kyle Crane in this vid.
Create and set those. To create that
I guess we'll see.
By the time you're done with about a week's worth of recording and you're
Stupid fucking kid.
you kind of gotta.
When you get rickrolled in a meme.
Push the character before it starts to feel unnatural or too much or too forced or too silly or too aggressive or whatever it might be, and it sort of kind of takes a life of its own. It takes on a life of its own as this weird sort of like audible organic thing. But I don't know that it's necessarily a challenge with a new character, other than you have a little bit more creative freedom. But with great freedom comes great responsibility.
Hey guys, what's going on? You having a party or something?
Sank! It's sunk!
Video could be a tad louder, Sherry.
Oh, okay, let me turn it up a bit.
The blue hedgehog.
How do you not, after 10 years, always hold a very
Not a
special place in your
Spider-Man
heart for
reference.
something that is so iconic in gaming? I always laugh in my career and say, like, I'm only as good as anything you've ever heard of. So if you're on a plane and somebody says, what do you do? And if you even bother answering truthfully, then say,
Perfect.
oh, voice actor, voice
All right,
actor,
good.
cartoons and games and stuff like that.
It's not overpowering me, is
Half
it?
The age range of the person. It used to be that it was like, oh, I'd throw out, some random show that I narrated or did stuff like that. And trying to think, what's the broadest audience that would. And if I say Sonic the
Wait,
Hedgehog,
Loki
people
bro
go,
got the Captain Price
all ages, all
stash.
backgrounds, kind of heard of the character, seen the character, familiar with it. So to get.
Oh, you missed
It is
it.
not.
Okay, good. You missed it in one of the meme sheet videos we watched earlier. There was a guy in it that kind of looked like Captain Price.
To be that voice it's an absolute honor.
You guys have your work cut out for you. An adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
It was kind of funny in me thinking like, man, if I got this, that would be another kind of crazy feather in your cap kind of thing, going like, yeah, this is neat. You're going to go from, this Loverboy assassin character from history to, the boulder punching, badass guy to all of a sudden this really cool, iconic, representation of gaming, and as well as also doing something that was family friendly
Johnny
that you knew
and
would
Goff.
be really hitting a very wide audience as a result of that, because arguably some of these other games are for a more mature audience,
the
whereas
Zoinks.
this is like it can be for
Really?
everybody. So and it was more fun too in the sense that this, unlike those other roles, unlike Batman, unlike Chris Redfield or Ezio, this was a chance for me to kind of tap into
Is this Roger
the
Craig
comedic
Smith?
background that
Yes,
I
it
have
is.
and get to sort of like be funny and silly, which is usually my go-to. Which is why I can't believe I've been able to voice things like Ezio or Batman or that kind of thing. But no, that was another reason why it was
At
so much fun kind of stepping into
UBCS
something like this and
Mercenary
getting to
now
play
there's a
around and have
face I
fun and be
haven't
snarky
seen in a long
and
time.
smart alecky and yeah, it's okay, I got you. I know CPR. I mean, if you didn't want me to do that, I mean, you'd be dying. Except that I need to save you.
Dark Knight,
but I am
Dark
a
Knight,
gentleman,
Dark Knight,
contrary to what
Dark
people
Knight.
say. Mirage. Good old Mirage. That one. Okay, so here's one where you go, I don't even know who would have thought. I mean, I had no clue what I was stepping into, what I was getting myself involved with. I knew so very little about the project. I mean, obviously this was like, is this Titanfall? Is this another version of Titanfall? Or what are we doing here? Are these the pilots in the mechs? Like what? And because gaming companies will often be cryptic and rightfully so, and try to sort of protect as much of their intellectual property as possible, even when they're in the middle of a production, then all of a sudden, I remember doing the trailer, recorded voiceover for all the lines and the game and all that stuff, and then I just sort of kind of forgot about it. But I remember thinking, and I've told the story, the director was, we were on a lunch break, and the director Drew, I was kind of picking his brain, like, so when are you hoping this thing's gonna be done? And he's like, oh, January. And I think this was like October or November. And I was, in my mind, I'm like, okay, wow, you're going to turn this around in a very short period of time. Like good luck with that. And then he was explaining, like, yeah, we're just going to drop it. We're just going to drop the trailer, the game, everything's going to be free to play, and it's all coming out on the same day. And I was thinking, wow, okay, that's crazy. That's like, who does that? Why don't we, you know, I mean, like, man, no, you got to tease it. You got to get your hashtags built up. You get all this. And so all that happened. We're done. I move on. You know, 3 months later, I think it was the night of Super Bowl or the Monday after Super Bowl, I think it was. And all of a sudden, I start getting these text messages from friends going, "You in this new game? You in this new game?" And I'm like, "Which game?" You know, like, because you got to be careful when you answer questions like that, because you don't want to say like, "Oh yeah, the new Star Wars game? Yeah, I'm totally in it." You know, like,
oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that.
These text messages, and I'm like, "What game?" And they're like, "I don't know, this Apex Legends game." And we often work under code names when we do these projects, so I hadn't known of it being called Apex Legends, or didn't recall that was the official name of it. And all of a sudden, it's like, all these text messages start pouring in. People going like, "Dude, this game's insane! Like, this is awesome! You're in that? That's you, right? You're the hologram dude?" And I'm like, yeah. And so I got it, fired it up, played it, died.
The sound
10
of
times in a
EA
row
releasing
in my first,
dogs in the distance.
in my first 10 games, and was like, I'm horrible at this game. The game's going fast. But all of a sudden, it just exploded and became this thing. And all of us that get to be involved with this cast, we have so much fun getting to be a part of the fan base, the community that's been created as a result of the incredibly awesome writing and the production value of the game. And who'd have thought, but it's so neat to be a part of something like this and watch it again from the ground up just explode and become a thing, and then to also celebrate what that's like with the writers, with the people who have drawn backgrounds, who've done character design, who are creating the next legends, all that stuff. It's such a neat thing to be one little tiny part in a massive machine of creating something as successful as Apex Legends. So that one, I love getting to do this guy. Yeah, he's one of my favorites for sure.
What?
Coming up on Say Yes to the Dress.
What? I used to watch this show! I didn't know he was a narrator! What? This whole time I was listening to Chris Redfield talk about wedding dresses.
And say yes.
Kappa.
So this is great. Say yes to the dress. This is when I was saying earlier, you're only as good as anything anybody's ever heard of. This is one of those shows that I would say to somebody if
oh yeah, I did find out apparently he also did
on what?
Say Yes to the Dress. Apparently he also was the announcer on some Pizza Hut commercials. So Chris Redfield was
hell no.
So apparently Chris Redfield also advertised pizza to us.
If you're on the plane and you're making small talk and they want to know what you've done, I would say, "Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog," and maybe you'll get somebody to go, "No," like, "Oh,
what is Say Yes to the Dress?
Assassin's Creed.
It's basically a wedding bridal shop. That's what they call it. It's a bridal shop, and people come in, to look at wedding dresses for their upcoming nuptials. And it's just entertaining to me because I like seeing all the pretty dresses, and it's also like I love it when the family tries to tell the bride what to do, or they try to squeeze in their opinions and all, and the consultant basically shuts that shit down. I love that.
Carlos Oliveira and Tuxedo Mask's voice actor was also an announcer in a Denny's commercial.
Wow. How about that small world?
GTG guests are here.
It's like, and then I go, I never say yes to the dress.
Okay, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. You need to stop by more often, man.
My favorite part is the macho dudes that go like, "Oh yeah, I don't watch that show, but like my girlfriend or my wife or it's like my mom, my sister, whatever. You're like, well, they love it, that kind of thing. But I don't watch the show."
Yeah, sure.
Randy, every time he says that, like, a bride looks fantastic, and you're like, "Oh, don't watch the show much, right?" So this is one of those things. It was kind of cool to be a part of a series that I thought always had like a lot of heart, and I thought they were telling some really neat stories. It was nice to just be the guy that would just say, meanwhile, across the salon, Before hitting the sales floor, Lori schools the staff on how to handle brides who need to find a dress in a hurry.
Today?
It was a bit of a challenge every now and then where it was like, you know, I was flying blind. I was just given a script with lines, and thank goodness there was a producer on the phone because I've always made
Chris
the joke.
Redfield probably watched this show to pick out a dress for his wedding with Wesker.
Bride Samantha,
No, his wedding with Pierce.
you know, her grandmother could be here for this special moment. And I
Thank
would say,
you.
Like, okay, there's a couple different ways I could deliver this line because if Grandma is stuck in traffic trying to find parking right now, it's a very different setup than if Grandma is in heaven and missing out on this kind of thing. It's like, you know, there's two different ways to deliver that line. But really fond memories, and I just think it's such a neat thing. It's like, again, when I get to say, like, I voiced Batman and Say Yes to the Dress, or, you know, I voiced Sonic the Hedgehog and Ezio Auditore. Stuff like that. It's just those are those surreal pinch me moments where you're like,
his poly-marriage to both Wesker and Pierce.
No!
To this day, it lives on in reruns, and people still text me. You know, I've done really neat little things for very close friends of mine where I've recorded, you know, a mock narration of the dress selection process for friends of mine.
If there's gonna be a poly wedding, it would be him, Piers, and Sheva. Thank you very much.
I've been a part of so many incredible projects, and of course, Say Yes to the Dress is one of those. So yeah, it's believe it or not, I hold a fun place in my heart for Say Yes to the Dress as well. Hey everybody, thank you so much for revisiting some of those most iconic roles with me, Roger Craig Smith, voice actor who I guarantee you is not going to watch this video and just really cringe at the fact that chest hair is exposed. This is so unflattering. So you're welcome, everyone. Follow me on social media if you want, at Roger Craig Smith. I gotta go. I gotta go buy a new shirt. I'm gonna lose sleep over this, you guys. Hope you're happy. Roger. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's wearing a Sonic costume. Okay, I think I might call it because it's been a little over 3 hours.
Umbrella Security Service Chris VSB SAA Wesker. Are you going to FNAF SB?
What? FNAF SB? What? Security breach. Alrighty guys, let's go. Chatting. Alright, I think I'll call it now. Been a good 3 hours. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by, joining me on another chill stream. Hope you had fun. You guys need to be more chatty though. Come on, liven the place up.
Security breach detected in room 0. Are going to play FNAF Security Breach.
No, I don't have any FNAF game.
Security breach detected in room 1.
Uh-oh. So yeah, guys. The links to my Discord and my YouTube channel are going to be on my Twitch page.
Security breach detected in room 420. Security breach detected in room 69. Rule breaker, you are banned from my daycare.
Uh-oh.
Security breach detected in room 666.
Are you just doing all the funny numbers?
Goodbye, favorite Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Yes, I will do a reaction to that new Sonic Ha video and put that out soon.
777333928.
What?
Unlocking all doors in room 69.
Ayo. Well, good luck with all those security breaches. But I'm going to raid.
Security breach detected in room 777333928. I was making there. That should be the raid message.
Oh, security breach. Yeah, do the security breach. When we get to Theft 9. So I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next
Right
one.
here. This should be the raid message.
Alright, well, copy that.
Security breach detected in room 777333928.
Alright, well, copy that message so you can...
Copy and paste that.
Yeah, copy and paste that. Alright. Here we go. Bye, guys.
Where is the raid?
We're going now.